Well, okay, I think it's about that time. Go ahead and get started. It's a little bit of a prequel, I guess, like a pre-party type of thing. But like I mentioned on my Discord, we flew from parts up north, and hey, Downwind Sim is here.
Hello, Sam.
Great to see you, sir. Skull, welcome. It's low on my H2O there. So, yep, having a good break. The whole crew headed out just a little bit ago, so I'm kind of feeling the blues, feeling a little lonely. So I started flying about 2 hours ago, and I just haven't stopped. And I might not stop. I might just fly all night long. We'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, so flew into. I was going to fly to Cal Black. I decided to make a stop at Hanksville instead, just for old time's sake. And it's about probably 45 minutes, I think, north of where the event starts, and the event's going to start in about 45 minutes. So I thought, yeah, what the heck, timing works out pretty good. I did have a great time. Yep, it was great to see everybody. Had both boys back, had the junior first officer, obviously, so had a full house, and it was wonderful for the soul. All right, here we go. We are in a plane that we haven't flown for a while. It's the Just Flight, not the Turbo Aero, but the just the regular Aero 3, and yeah, naturally aspirated, and really looking forward to flying this plane. Haven't flown this guy for, like I say, a long while, and haven't been down here to Cal Black for a while. There's the old Bush League banner. It's been a couple of years since we've done this one, but had a lot of fun doing it, and like I say, just I'm excited. I'm excited to be in the Virtual USA Flying Club event, and looking forward to being back down in this neck of the woods for sure. All right, let's just make sure everything's turned on there. That looks good. Have found my first have found my first little glitch with Track IR. Track IR does not like this airplane very well, so I've had a little bit of a rough time kind of trying to figure that out today. But so we're going without Track IR, and that's okay. I suppose there's going to be those aircraft where there's maybe going to be some hot fixes or something I'm going to have to search out, try to find. I mean, it works pretty well, but I found one little glitch where if I hop out of the cockpit and then back in, it was the cockpit was completely 100% black, and I couldn't figure out a way to get rid of that. So anyway, so instead of wrestling with both of those at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and just go without it for right now while I troubleshoot this. 2961, what do I have here? This altimeter. 2961. You're becoming a turboprop beginner. Oh, okay. Making full progress on that. Oh, Caravan EX. Should be fun. Awesome, dude. I'm glad you're enjoying that, and I'm sure you'll make it something that's pretty doggone amazing. Okay, we're just about all fired back up here. By the way, if we're a little early getting where we're supposed to be getting, we do have some alternate places that we can land, and we will do that. I don't want to get out in front. I was kind of actually hoping a little bit that maybe we would be straggling a little bit, but I think we might be ahead of the pack ever so slightly. If we're ahead of the pack, then that's we'll just keep going, but we'll try to time it out here as best we can. What's my windsock showing me? I don't remember. I landed that way. All right, sounds good. Amazing. Well, I like what you've done, and you're continuing your building up your legacy as the mad scientist of X-Plane, which is what's important. So I've got the time set for dawn. Backed it up a little bit here. I flew down here kind of in real time, and it was getting sort of towards the end of the day. So let's come over here. Let's do a little run up. Actually, I don't need to do the run up because I was just in this plane, so I think we're fine. What is, we're fine. But one thing I better check is make sure my comms are where they need to be. That's good. And we'll squawk ALT. Let's just flip the fuel tank over just to make sure it's running on both. And it is. All right, good deal. And we'll be departing. I need to resync my compasses. Yes, I do. Not too far out, but they do drift a little bit. And Hanksville traffic. Piper 11816 departing runway 9er will be a left-hand downwind departure. Hanksville traffic. Continuing my education. All right, let's set the flaps for departure. Let's make sure I have all my things turned on here. Landing lights, beacons on, pitot heat's on. Yep, we're good to go. The real world weather, by the way, is a little frightful, to be totally honest with you. So I'm not 100% sure that we'll be able to leave it. It was all right where I departed up central Wyoming way, but as you can see here, in fact, I might just make that judgment call right now. Yeah, we'll fly it a little bit. We'll just see. The closer you get to the southern part of this particular event, the worse it gets. All right, lined up, looking for, what are we looking for? 74. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's live. 60, 70, and 74. Positive rate indicating gear coming up. Pull the RPMs back to 2400. Flaps coming up. And yeah, we slid off the runway heading just a little bit, didn't we? All right, let's start to make that left-hand turn. Depart the area back to the southeast. J-Law 1, yeah, buddy, it's a good one. It really is. Now I hear also the word on the street is, I guess this was technically a left crosswind departure, wasn't it? Word on the street is that the Fussy Pants version's even better than this one, but I really like this plane. This is a fantastic bird, and it comes with well, you can buy like them separately, or you can buy the package. I bought the Piper Aero 3 and 4, and the Piper 4 is the turbo version, which is kind of fun. So welcome, by the way. Let me get leveled out here and I'll give you a proper greeting. I have a little bit of a I'm overboosting. I'm overboosting. Yes, I am. How about pull the manifold pressure back just a little bit here? Whoop. There we go. And we're on the climb. I may let auto do a little bit of flying. Where am I going here? I'm going south Going southwest. I need to be going southeast. What am I doing? Need to be going... I really just want to pick up... Is this Lake Powell? I think so. Let's work ourselves around the this is the Henry Mountains. I think if we go around the eastern edge of these Henry Mountains, we'll be in good shape. But yeah, this is really I mean, it's typical Just Flight, very high quality. Probably about $20 more than it should be. So, you know, wait for your sale for sure. And they do every now and again. They'll toss a sale out. They about once a year, I think, is when you see sales on the various aircraft. Now, this is a little bit of an older plug-in. Now it's been a couple, 2 or 3 years. So you're also a GA enthusiast, yeah, man. So just go over to that. I don't know if it's the Just Flight store or if you. I think maybe I bought this one off the org. I don't remember 100% here, to be totally honest with you. So, but I like this autopilot. So I'm in heading mode right now. It's kind of a different autopilot, right? I'm in heading mode here, so I'm going to just flip heading on, and then that grabs it, and then you still have the ability to trim as the heading hold is on here, because like right now I don't know how much higher I'm going to get. Maybe 7,500 is as high. It was on sale this week and you missed it. Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah. I bought it full price. I needed a GA aircraft. I was really looking for a fun little light single, you know, a little quicker. And when I was first moved over to X-Plane, and this was one that happened to be available. Now there's a little hidden click spot right above the Piper logo down there. That is your altitude hold. It doesn't actually have an altitude hold in the real plane, so that's just a little bit of a cheat for lazy guys like myself, as I'm trying to multitask and do things off camera here. And but really we're maybe a little high. We should be 7,500, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get, I think we want 2,300. Yep, on the RPMs, that looks pretty good. And what do we want? Manifold pressure about 33. So I'll pull that manifold pressure back just a little bit. And then we will, since we're a piston pounder here, go ahead and lean. Try to be fuel efficient here. I can't remember where my EGTs are. I don't know how to, I'm not sure how to lean this baby if I don't know where my EGTs are. I do see my fuel flow going down. Generally about 75% is where I'm at. So I'm going to set it there while I try to refresh my memory on where the engine temp gauge is, so I can lean this guy out properly. Oh, there it is. Alright, so you can see it has a little bit of a red line there. That I think that's the last place that I leaned it to. So we're just going to keep up there. I actually just went right by the peak value, so we'll just bump it up here, and right about there will work. And again, that does check out just a little bit past 75%. So that'll be nice. That'll work. Okay, so here's the plan of attack. Again, welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday. Great to see you. It's the Virtual USA Flying Club event today. It's called Land in the Grand Canyon Legally. So it is featuring a couple different airfields. Number one, it's featuring Marble Canyon, which is Lima 41. Then it's also featuring Grand Canyon Airport, and what else? Sedona. That's right. We're going to try to end up down there in Sedona. So you might say, a very scenic route today. The departure airfields are either Cal Black Memorial, which is Uniform 96, or Monument Valley, which is Uniform Tango 25, and you can get all that information over in the Virtual USA Flying Club Discord channel under the Events tab. It starts, like I say, in just a little over half an hour, and we will hop over there for the briefing. Our friend John Smitty has organized this event, and it's kind of cool because it bumps right up against a couple of other spots we've been down here and a couple of other events we've messed around with before. So in X-Plane, we've got tons of scenery, tons of little off-airport strips. Downwind Sim and I have done quite a bit of work down here. Wonderful destinations. I love it there, J-Law says. Yep, it is. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully you can join us. And yeah, our part of this, though, is just, again, we're north of the field, and we're flying down, or north of the event, I should say. We're flying down to meet them. And if I continue heading generally south to southeast, I'm going to run into either the Colorado River or I'm going to run into Lake Powell. And whichever one I run into, then I'll just follow Lake Powell down toward Cal Black or some of the other airstrips that we've created down here. There's some neat ones, I'll be honest with you. And we can land this baby in several of these. We can't, I mean, it's not a bush plane per se, but we can get it into some dirt airstrips without too much difficulty. We're technically slant Gulf if we need it, but nothing here really has. I guess the Page Airport maybe has. No, it doesn't actually.
There's Pentagon.
Hey, there's Pentagon. Awesome, dude. Great to see you, man. Uh-oh. Downwind Sim is sharing some graduate level. Oh, man. Graduate level work he is messing with the caravan that he purchased. So I don't know if you guys know Downwind Sim, but a couple things about Downwind Sim. First of all, mad scientist of all things X-Plane, but he also is he's that guy that he teases me about being a cat lady of like Cessna 152s, but he's that guy that has all these old airplanes in his backyard that he's fixing up. And this caravan is another example. He's modded, I don't know how many Carinado planes over the years. In fact, he ought to be on their payroll, if we're being totally honest. Coming off of altitude hold mode, I'm going to go ahead and gain a little bit of altitude here to an illegal VFR 8,500. But anyway, yep, he's got two caravans now. But yes, he has. If you are interested and have some older model Carinados, you might give him a little jingle jangle over on Discord and see, because there's a chance, and probably a pretty good chance, that he's made a mod. And I guess I shouldn't just say Carinado, because he's done one for the Oli Sim Lodestar, and one for the B25 Mitchell that just came out. So he's an equal opportunity tinkerer. But yeah, a first class dude, and yeah. Anyway, he hasn't called me cat lady for a long time because of all the broken down Carinado planes that he purchases. But he turns like a $10 X-Plane 10 aircraft into a $50 X-Plane 11 plus aircraft. And in the meantime, he's learned a whole bunch of really cool things that he's applied in some of our events. So anyway, I guess I'm a Carinado cat. Well, we are. I think we both kind of are there. I say this way too often. We both like Carinado, and Carinado's kind of a, it is what it is. But what I tell everybody is the reason I like Carinado is I know who they are, and they know who I am. And neither one of us are always looking for a study level aircraft to fly. Sometimes we just want a good looking airplane that flies nicely, has enough systems depth that you feel like you're getting a quality flight, and it looks fantastic and all that stuff. I don't have to have every circuit breaker in the panel working every single time I fly. Sometimes I want that, but sometimes I don't need that. Yeah, J-Law, you're with us. Well, good. You're safe here. You're among friends here, J-Law. Panagon, I don't know if you heard the new welcome sound, but I was able to get the junior first officer in the Melvin Leroy recording studios for a little bit. Well, I'm not going to make 9,500 here, guys, am I? No, I am not. Let's level off here. Golly. I might need 7.5. I'm going to start heading back down. Got him in there. Got you a custom sound made. And yeah. He was a little more, willing to do some stuff for me this time. Downwind Sim. I should have had more of a script ready, because I think I could have milked him for another 30 seconds. But I got some long overdue welcome sounds created, and Panagon, definitely one of them, our longtime friend, great guy, and a huge supporter of the stream. Yeah, you were past due with your welcome sound for sure. I think I see the northern part of the Colorado River, or sorry, Lake Powell, or the Colorado River here. Yeah, he gave you an entire phrase. Yeah, like I said, I'm usually, if I can get one or two words out of him, I'm feeling pretty good. But today he was like, I don't know, he was just in a, well, it wasn't today, it was yesterday, but he just was kind of in a amicable mood, and yeah, he did several things. And I don't know, I'll take it while I can. He'll soon be way too old for all that lame stuff. Actually, what he'll be is, instead of wanting to record stuff, he'll be wanting to fly the plane. Papa, can I get in there and fly? I tried to get him to hop up on my lap and check out the track IR, but he just wasn't interested. Yep, so here we go, Colorado River, and empties into, this might be the kind of the start of Lake Powell. Yeah, soon enough it will. You're right. I think it was the Christmas vibe, Panagon. I think he just had like way too many other things that he was interested in doing, and so Papa's boring computer flight sim just wasn't cutting it. Alright, well, we're pretty well situated here, guys. We're going to turn, we're going to make a right hand turn here on the river and head down to the Lake Powell proper. I'm going to go ahead, cut the autopilot back off here so we can fly. This is a rather squirrely plane. It is not stable. It does not trim particularly well, and it has an aversion to straight and level flight, so it keeps you busy, but that's okay. Also, if you don't have the fuel balance, which I kind of don't right now, but I am burning off that left-hand tank, it really will pull towards that heavy tank, so it's kind of wanting to pull me a little bit left. Well, I take that back. Now, if I happen to find any of the airports that we've made, the bigger ones, like we're coming up on height, I wouldn't be opposed to heading down for like a touch and go or something like that. I used to know this area fairly well. We've had how many events down here now, Downwind Sim? At least a couple, at least two, maybe more. Well, we've been to the Hanksville area twice, and then I think we've been down here to the Lake Powell area and another time or two. Yeah, at least three. Good. Oh, is that height? Might be height. Yeah, height right down there. Well, or maybe a little too far away for height. I see something coming up here. Maybe we'll go. That might be Cal Black. Uniform 96. Yep, there's Uniform 96. Oh, that's Bullfrog Basin. All right, well, we're heading in the right direction anyway. Trying to get at 7,500. Actually, now we're kind of going back to the west, so we'd be okay at 65. I'm trying to remember what I filed here. Yeah, a few more unofficial flights. Downwind Sim says that's absolutely for sure. So if I'm going Hanksville down to so I was initially thinking Monument Valley, which is definitely southeasterly bound. So I would need that. I filed 9,500 because of the MSEs. But we've been much more in that 7,500 foot range. By the way, Pentagon, welcome, Skull. I hope you're doing well. Everybody else here. So hope you're having a good Tuesday. It's a cool area. And I think Ortho for XP does a nice job sort of rendering it. Now, Scott, you're going to find a few canyon walls that sort of have the photo stretched, stretched and pulled down the side. It doesn't look great, but for the most part, just sort of overall, I mean, that looks pretty good. You can see, like I'm saying, a little bit of the stretching right there. That's kind of not so good, but that's few and far between. When you look at the rest of it, it's like wow, yeah, that looks awesome. So J-Law, I would tell you this is a for sure buy next time you have enough. If you're a GA enthusiast, and if you're just looking for a very light, responsive plane, it is one that has some makes you do a little work if the breeze is blowing. And not pressurized, and I don't believe it has anti-ice either. So it's kind of a low, and I wouldn't say low and slow, because you can pop it up there. If you really pushed it, you could cruise close to 150, and that's not, you know, unheard of. But it's in that sky lane range, kind of 120 to 140-ish range. Oh yeah, so that's very comparable actually, J-Law. That's maybe one of the best comparisons you could make. Hey, there's Jay Smitty. Oh man, you know what? John, I have a custom sound made for you, and it didn't play, and I know why now, because I don't have your right username in there. Hang on for a second here. And don't feel bad, John, because it was a last minute audible. I wasn't planning on doing anything until the event, so this turned into kind of a pre-party. But let me first of all, let me do this for John. John is the brains behind the event that we're doing tonight, by the way. Everybody go give Jay Smitty some love. Great dude. We spend lots of time talking on the Discord just between events, and very entertaining, funny guy, and has a lot of fantastic ideas about events like this, and also just some wonderful expertise in aviation in general. All right, where is that? Oh, that's the problem. Okay, your ID is, I forgot the November 6298 Papa. Next time you check in there, Jay Smitty, it'll give you a little welcome sound. It's J Smitty 25. Yep. Okay. I will play you the welcome sound though, since it didn't play right because of my typo. That's right. He's an official P51 expert there as well. That's right. Looks overcast and on VATSIM tonight. Yep, Brian. Hey, Brian Gabitsky. Great to see you, by the way. And you are correct, sir. I'm going to be sort of making a game time decision here when I get down a little closer to Cal Black as to whether or not I go Cav OK or just force the weather a little bit more to VFR conditions. Because what I'm seeing, the farther we get, the closer we get to Grand Canyon, at least, I don't know about Sedona, the worse the visibility is. So, yeah. We're doing good. We're doing good. So, John, we're going to tune in, even though I'm streaming right now, we're going to tune in to your briefing here while I fly, and weather at Sedona is IFR right now, so that probably is going to make the call for us. But we've got a little bit of time on our hands here, so let's go over here. How long has it been since you guys went to Bullfrog Basin? I'm thinking it's been a while. This little out of the way spot over here that's kind of fun. Panagon's down. Look good. Panagon noticed I was sneaky again, posting in Discord about a 5 p.m. start. And then, yeah, well, again, guys, the whole idea really was not to start early tonight. My day was up in the air, to be totally honest with you. I knew that the my kids, I knew everybody was heading back home today. I just didn't know when. We had a dinner planned, a little celebratory dinner. My oldest son completed his master's, so I knew we were doing that, and I just had no idea. I wanted to fly a little bit afterwards, but I didn't know when I'd get started, and I got started, and I got down to Hanksville, and I'm like, you know what? Let's stop at Hanksville, let's get some gas, and let's just get things going a little bit early. So yeah, they're on the road right now, Pentagon, and this is I'm finding one of the toughest things about having adult children is the nervousness of them traveling on winter highways, and right now that's exactly what they're doing. So yeah, just a lot of time, a lot of prayers, and just gotta wait. They're both good drivers. They've grown up in it. They know how to drive in it, and so I know they'll be fine. It's the other guys that I worry about more than anything. But yeah, they'll be all right. They'll be all right. Hey, Nixie, how are you, man? I am. We're heading to Cal Black. I'm making a little pit stop here first. Welcome, sir. We're going to stop at Bullfrog Basin if I can find it. It's just right down here somewhere. Right over there, maybe. Yeah, kind of seeing some stuff. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. At Bullfrog Basin traffic. Piper 11816 is on a left-hand base. Landing runway 18, Bullfrog Basin. This will be good for us to practice here. I have no idea. I need to check some things like elevation at Bullfrog Basin. What do we have here? What do we have? 4,100. So elevation-wise, I'm doing all right, I think. We're back into flaps range. I'll put a notch in so we can we'll take this first approach nice and easy. Nice and easy. We're looking for an approach speed of 75, and then we'll just draw the power off at that point, and probably ref it between 65 and 70. All right. Still have a few lights on from this morning. The time set is about 8 a.m. local time. Not quite be exactly runway 18 either. I'm just kind of estimating. Might be more like 19er. All right. Fuel. Sorry, flaps coming in, second notch. Yep. Undercarriage, mixture prop, and switches. I've got the landing lights on. There's a little slow. Let's go 75 is what we're looking for here. What do I need to set? What's my manifold pressure looking like here for this approach? Close to 30. That might be a little too much. 20, 25-ish on the manifold. And I actually have one more notch of flaps here, don't I? Yep, there it is. Yeah, might even need a little bit. We're going to call it 25 on the manifold pressure. Let's just see what that gives us here. Good descent. A little high, I think. Feeling a crosswind coming off my right-hand side. There's a grass runway on this airstrip, by the way. I've just never landed on it. It never seems to favor the wind. Oh, J-Law, thanks, man. Connor has his eyes on me. Yeah, Connor, I hear you're going to maybe take off and do a little jet flying afterwards. Is that right? That'll be fun. I actually was thinking about doing the same thing, maybe getting down to Sedona and hopping in something a little faster. We'll see. We'll see. Might just stay in this plane all night. I don't know. If they're Pentagon, thanks for the compliment, man. They're fortunately for them, they're way smarter than I am. Yeah, I can't hold a candle to the stuff that they're doing. Oh, Fixie, thanks for the ascription, man. I really appreciate that, buddy, and good to see you, Brett. If I wasn't on short final, I'd be toasting you, man. All right, so that 25's not doing me too bad. There's a manifold pressure. Pretty good here. Oh, you can see the fake, like snow on the runway. Don't like that, but I will flare it out a little bit too high as always. Oh, double flare. All right, get it back on center line there. Down we go. Actually, I didn't end up kind of losing all my lift until about 60 on that. So, yes. But looks like I maybe did a tailwind landing also. Let's take a look at the sock here. No, it's sort of doing the right thing. Very good. All right, well let's turn around and.
Welcome to pop culture.
At Bullfrog Basin, Piper 816 is going to back taxi and depart runway 19er, Bullfrog Basin. All right, so what do we got here? We got Good Fixins coming in and tossing the ascription in there. Hello, Good Fixins. And we've got November 8033 Foxtrot stepping in there as well. I think that that might be a pilot I know. I think if that's you, Michael, hello. Great to see you guys. And we have, let's see, we have, oh boy, I'm taxiing off the runway. Queer KC, Queer. If I mess that up, I'm so sorry, but hello. Thanks for the thumbs up. That wasn't too bad. We'll get down here. We'll even check the Volanta touchdown report. Honestly, I probably could just take off this way. This plane is light enough. I think it has pretty good tailwind departure abilities there. But that's okay. We'll come down here. We'll just get ourselves ready to rock and roll. So I need to take a peek at the time. Yep, we don't have very much time, about 10 minutes probably until we get into the briefing. So the other thing I'll do when I get down at the bottom here is, or at the end of the runway, is I'll jump over to the Virtual USA Flying Club Discord channel. I don't want to miss John's brief because there's a few things that even I need some clarification on as far as what to do. This is a cool idea that he's got, guys, and I won't give anything away, but there's like the Grand Canyon area, it has some really funky rules and some really amazing opportunities if you know sort of what you're doing. And we were here, the Virtual USA Flying Club was here, I think 2 years ago maybe, doing something called the Canyon Ball Run, and it was the same deal. It was just a really cool, just a special set of rules. It's for all the tourists that are flying around there, so it's just not a madhouse. But any hey, yes, we are Good Fixins, and I have it on pretty good authority that maybe tomorrow is the day, my friend. Yeah, and if it is, ooh, hey, that the JFO bot is predicting the future. It's actually coming up, and he's got the time wrong. I'm gonna turn that one off. But anyway, if it is tomorrow, well, guess what I'm doing all day tomorrow. It will be it'll be well worth it. I did, but anyway, yeah, you were right. I think you said that that the big name streamers would have it today, and then it'd be released soon, shortly thereafter. So I saw a couple of guys streaming it. 757 Spy was streaming it. V1 Sim was streaming it. Q8 was getting ready to stream it. Flight Deck to Sim was streaming it. So some of those big heavyweight streamers were streaming it. All right, I told you I was going to take a look at the Volanta touchdown report. This may take a second. All right, why aren't we? Go Bullfrog Basin, Uniform 07. Maybe I don't want to do this yet. Maybe I want to just keep. I think I'm just going to keep the flight plan going. Here's where we're going. There's John down there. That's Monument Valley. That's where we're heading. There's Cal Black. That's where. So folks are departing from one or the other of these airstrips, and we're going to do the same thing. And again, if we get down here to Monument Valley and everybody's sort of taken off and in the midst of that, we won't wreck traffic. We'll just we'll kind of hold out here north of the field, and then we'll join the conga line. But yeah, then we're flying over here toward Page, and then right down in here is Lima 41, right there, Marble Canyon. And there's a special set of rules to get into and out of Marble Canyon. And then flying out of here, I think we were going to hit Grand Canyon, and then we go down to Sedona. Already somebody down there. So, all right. Well, so we'll wait to check on the landing rate there. But let me get the Virtual USA Flying Club voice room fired up here. Let me make sure I've got push to talk as my setting. They don't want to hear my boring stream voiceovers. All right, we're connected, and so you may hear a little bit of chit chat in the background here, but tomorrow should be the day. Good Fixin' said somebody was complaining about streamers getting early access. Doing awesome, man. How are you?
We're good over here.
That's Grant Williams, another awesome dude.
Glad to hear it.
Controller up there in the Anchorage Center. But yeah,
just great.
Somebody was complaining about the streamers getting early access to in the any Discord, and their CEO said the wait was less than 24 hours. See, in my opinion, Good Fixins, tell me if you're wrong. Because I complained about this with FlyJSim, and maybe I'm totally wrong. But if I am, then I'll be quiet about it. But I don't think I am, because no one's told me I'm wrong. So that must make me right. Anyway, this is how you want to do a little hype, a little preview hype, right? You give it to the people, a select few. You let them put it on stream, and you pick the people that are really good at putting it on stream, like V1 simulations or reflected reality or flight deck to sim, and then everybody sees it, and they're like, oh man, cool. The A300 from Any Builds, awesome. And then the next day, they have a chance to buy it when their interest level is peaked, right? Because that the interest level of your add-on it starts right here at the very top when you see the early the early streamers streaming it. You're like, oh, that's so cool. You're like up here at a 95% interest rate, and then every day, what happens to your interest? It goes down, right? And that's where FlyJSim screwed up, because they started previewing it. They started giving it out like 2 weeks before anybody could buy it. And by the time everybody had a chance to buy it, like half the people that would have spent money on it right away didn't buy it. So anyway, I think that doing it the way any sim is doing it is the right way to do it. All right, here we go. At Bullfrog Basin, Piper 11806 is departing runway 19er. Will be right hand crosswind departure to the southwest. Bullfrog Basin. Yeah, and exactly. I mean, Good Fixins, you're making a valid point. It's not a brand new release, so yeah, you're relying less on that new buyer hype. And FlyJSim, they justified it by saying, well, we wanted to make sure it was bug-free before we released it to the general public. And I'm like, well then, give it to, that's even more important that you give it to the hardcore simmers. They're going to give you the best feedback. Don't give it to the 15-year-old that has 3,000 followers, but all he does is push autopilot and talk about his favorite band or whatever. I mean, those guys don't provide you any feedback. I don't know. I'm salty. Downwind Sim says I'm salty. I'm an old man hollering for people to get off my lawn. All right, I'm going the wrong friggin' way. I was about to turn northbound. I need to actually turn, so I made the wrong radio call. I should be turning left-hand crosswind departure to the southeast. I do think I said southeast. I don't remember. Crap. It's been a long day. 2400 and back it off to about 35 on the climb. Anyway, to make a short story painfully longer than it needs to be, I will be updating and flying the holy living crap out of that thing tomorrow. So yeah, get off my lawn. Panagon is with us too. Yeah, good fix and snot. Give it to the people who have no idea what they're doing. They'll push buttons and break stuff. Yeah, and that's true too. I didn't think about that. They may provide some feedback, but it might be 100% the wrong. Like they may say, "Hey, this system doesn't work properly," when in fact it really does. It's just you don't know how to use it. Give it to somebody like Defective Crayon, right? Give it to somebody like Northwest Ornament. Those guys, they don't have huge streams, huge followings, but they're incredibly knowledgeable about aviation and flight sims, and they'll give you feedback. Give it to Downwind Sim. Now, don't give it to me, Panagon. No, I wouldn't be able to give feedback. I'd be able to tell them this is the maximum you can land your plane. Maximum feet per minute, land your plane, and still use it again. But I mean, I know of several guys just in the Virtual USA Flying Club that would be amazing at giving that really good feedback. And if the goal is to push your product out sooner, push a finished product out sooner, then that's who you give it to, because they'll help you fix the bugs. Iowa Scotsman, hello. Now, all that saltiness aside, I want everyone to know I did buy the Q400, despite all my grumblings and mumblings. I did end up buying it, so maybe at the end of the day, FlyJSim had the last laugh. And they didn't reach out to me, by the way, to inquire if I was available to be their next product development spokesman, their media release expert. I figured they would. Hey, let's do this. Let's go over to Cal Black. We've got. Oh, I'm gonna. Dang it. Okay, sorry.
Both X-Plane and
we're going to listen to the
Microsoft
briefing.
Flight Simulator.
I'm going to be quiet.
Though, I think it was advisable to use the Cal Black scenery that was provided. I'm not sure the implications if you didn't load that in. In fact, Brant, you might know a little bit more about the Cal Black airport.
It's just a little more updated, but no, it's there natively in X-Plane. It just doesn't have all the bells and whistles.
All right, good. Thanks, Brant. And Brant helped me out with putting this together a little bit, and then provided that Cal Black scenery, which was, I guess, I think Downwind Sim actually made it, but Brant shared it, and so we're all taking advantage of it if you're flying out of Cal Black. All the sceneries I think looked really good on Microsoft Flight Simulator. According to the brief, I'd said I recommend starting off early in the morning, just after sunrise. The lighting's really great on both. You know, as the sun's coming up from the east, and the
I couldn't
canyon looks
remember Downwind
spectacular.
Sim. You
That
made
being
about
said, like, some of the
90% of it
real-world
down here,
weather
though.
implications,
That might be
get
the
in
only
way
one I
with
made.
that. And then speaking of weather, the most recent report I saw at Sedona was it's IFR, and it looks like it's snowing or icing down there.
Ooh.
So we'll probably have to modify our real-world weather conditions accordingly. It should be a VFR flight. We intend to stay on Unicom and talk to each other the whole time, and not really utilize flight following if it's available. I haven't even checked, but we won't need ATC for anything today. That being said, if you feel you know that you want to get flight following and there is center online, you're welcome to do that. Just
looks like Salt Lake is on,
when you
but
come off a center and you're getting near where you're going to land and stuff, you may have other traffic around you. You might have to just kind of adjust your situational
my plan is to do a low
to
pass
the,
over Cal Black.
You know, I guess the picture around you. Let's see. Now let's get into the Grand Canyon. So there's a number of zones for the Grand Canyon.
There it is.
And we're basically going to be flying 2 of them. The first one is we fly into Marble Canyon, which Marble Canyon is close to the Page VOR in the Page Airport. If you need a radio reference and stuff, that's the one I would use to get to the Grand Canyon portion that we're going to. It's about 12 miles to the northeast of Marble Canyon, and then it makes easy navigation there. Otherwise, you know, flying out of Cal Black, the following Lake Powell basically leads you to the Grand Canyon. And
Brett, I'm heading down
likewise, if you're flying out
to
of,
Monument Valley.
You just fly to the west and maybe a little north to intercept Lake Powell.
I'm just going to do a low pass over Cal Black.
All visually. And let me pause a second. All right, so that first zone, as we go into Monument Valley area, I'm sorry, not Monument, Marble Canyon area of the Grand Canyon, that first sector, VFR flights are restricted to 8,000 and above.
Yeah, sounds good, Fixie. Now that one there is,
So
you definitely want the scenery. That's one that Downwind Sim made, and it's the runway is totally borked up if you don't have it, so it's worth redoing, worth taking the time.
When you're within 3 miles of airport you intend to land at, which in this case is 3
At Cal
miles
Black
from-
traffic, Piper 816 is going to be doing a low
3
pass.
miles from Marble Canyon, and just like one thing that I've checked out is the canyon walls on both sides are about 3 miles from the airport, so you know, width-wise. So it's a good way to kind of keep reference of where you are to be within that 3 mile radius, and then once you're within that 3 mile radius, you'll end up basically make your radio calls as you're coming in appropriately, but advise that you're spiraling in for
And Cal Black, Piper
to join the
816,
traffic pattern to
right hand
land
downwind
at,
departure. We'll see you down in Sedona.
Monument Valley, but at Marble Canyon.
Hey, John.
Sir.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yes, please.
I think this is the flight you and I did, correct?
It is.
Yeah, it's not as challenging as it might sound to make that turn. There's a lot of space in that valley too. So I remember being pleasantly surprised with how much room there was to navigate in.
Cool.
Great, good. Thanks, Grant. I appreciate that comment. And you know, we're talking 6 miles overall. It's 3 miles each side, you know, so it is a decent amount of space. And then as you get down, then that's when you're going to want to join that traffic
Yeah,
pattern.
Pentagon, all good,
you know,
man.
because there's a couple of us or several of us going in there. Just let's make sure we're letting each other know where we're at, going in and going out. On the way out,
All
you're
right.
going to do the same thing. You're going to have to basically kind of you'll fly the pattern departing, you know, the left downwind, and then basically you'll just come out of that pattern.
I'll be out of here on about
higher,
135 heading.
You can proceed to the southwest, following the Grand Canyon and the Colorado River, and then by the time that the Colorado River
that'll get us
turns
heading
to
towards
the
Monument
south,
Valley.
that is where there's another zone we have to watch out for, and we got to be above 10,000 there. So, you know, if we're heading west the whole time, it'll be 8,500 before getting to Marble Canyon, 10,500 as we fly out the Grand Canyon to the south, and then staying to the west of, staying to the east of the Grand Canyon Airport and VOR for the Grand Canyon National Park. Other than that, the rest of the flight's much more simple, and we'll be going into Sedona, which is always a super cool airport to land at. The defaults in both X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator were great, I thought, and I don't even think I bothered upgrading the X-Plane one because I was happy with what I saw there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I've covered anything, and Brant, do you have anything to add?
No, just appreciate you putting the route together, John. It's a great idea, and have fun, everybody.
Grant, anything I might have missed?
You asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. You flew it with me, so anything I missed?
No, not that I can think of. I mean, I do appreciate that you said it's 3 miles each way, because I think, you know, when you hear 3 miles, you kind of get in your head what that can look like.
Yeah.
Just knowing that you have
Like
more
a radius
to navigate on
of
both
3,
east
not
and west
a
side of the
not a
field.
diameter of 3.
Probably a good point to make as well.
All right, good, thanks. And then, so now I'll open it up to questions.
I'm going to put in the page VOR, by the way.
Are we just using 1228, or are we using the individual CTAF frequencies for each airport?
Always 122.8 for Unicom on VATSIM. There's no switching between different CTAF frequencies on
17.6.
VATSIM.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, we'll put that in there. That's page. That'll help us
Any
when
other
we get
questions?
close to Monument Valley.
I'm at Cal Black, and I was hoping I don't have a top-of-the-line GPS system on board, and I was hoping I can sort of follow someone if possible.
I'm at Cal Black. You can follow me if you like.
Who was that?
Follow the river.
That's me, Stephen Hayes.
Who needed someone to follow? Who needed to follow? Is that Gordon?
Yes.
Do you have? You might not want to do this, but I know you're on FSX. Do you have it turned on where you can see people's tags above their plane?
I've never seen that.
Okay. There should be a setting somewhere in the traffic settings of FSX where if you turn it on, it'll show someone's call sign above their plane, and that will make it potentially a little easier for you to follow them.
And I am in Golf Hotel Yankee Mike.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right. Any other questions? And we'll remain on this channel here throughout the flight for the most part. Sometimes I bop around. You know, Brant's streaming, so I want to go check him out, and we'll see what happens. But there's always someone on here if there's questions along the flight. Any others that you guys have before we start taking off? All right, not hearing any. Everybody have a good flight.
Yeah.
This will be really, really fun. And then just at Marble Canyon, just kind of pay attention to the other airplanes around, because we're going from 2 airports funneling into one that's got altitude restrictions, and it may get congested. There's not that many of us, so I think we'll be totally fine. And then the only other thing I think I said in the briefing was, you know, if you want to taxi parallel to the runway, there's no taxiway, and we'll just be fine if there's another airplane coming in or whatever that you want to taxi. Just do it parallel or runway, make your calls. That's all I got. Thanks, guys.
It'll be cool. So here's
Awesome. See you
here's
guys
what
later.
we've got. I see. Let's see. UT25. Looks like it's right there. So we're off a little bit already. And I don't think we're going to land there just because I think there's a lot of people that are going to be departing, and it's like John was saying, it's going to be a little congested anyway. So my plan is going to just to be overfly the field, and we'll start making our way toward Page. And at Page, we're 12 miles from Marble Canyon, and that's when we will start thinking about trying to get down there, try to sort ourselves out a little bit, and yeah, should be fun. Again, the idea here is you can descend into Marble Canyon is obviously, the airport is down at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, and normally you can't go down there. You're not legally allowed to fly, below the.
Connor, are you basically ready to go from Cal Black now, or are you gonna be getting yourself prepared yet?
You're not allowed to legally descend below the canyon walls. However, there is an area or two, like for example at Marble Canyon, where there's special regs, and you can descend as long as you stay within 3 miles of the airport. And again, like you heard in the briefing, the reason why it's 3 miles is because that's about where the canyon walls are. And if we have a bunch of guys that get started ahead of us, we might. I mean, if everybody's out of Monument Valley, I might take a quick stop and visit the little pilot's room and check my fuel. I think we're in pretty good shape here. We're still over half a tank, and I'm burning off the left-hand tank here. No, I'm not burning off the right-hand tank, and I should be burning off the left-hand tank. So let's change that around. But we'll just kind of listen to the radio calls and see what happens. Aquafunkalistic Booty Web, how are you, man? Marble Canyon is one of my favorite places to fly in the sim. Skull and welcome. And I think, Aquafunk, I think this may be my first time ever going into Marble Canyon, if you can believe it. Downwind Sim took a helicopter tour 2 years ago out of Vegas. The firm had an agreement with the controlling Indian tribe to land in the canyon. Oh man, to land in the canyon. Wow. Wow. That Downwind Sim, man, he knows people. He gets things done. It's quite a horn of plenty. Yeah, it's my ale horn, and it's currently filled with well, it's not ice water anymore, but generally it's filled with either water or Diet Dr. Pepper. Although it is Tuesday or wait, is it? Yeah, it's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday on vacation. I could put some ale in there, I suppose, if I really wanted to. Alright, so all of the departures, by the way, coming out of Monument Valley will be coming our way. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing, make sure that I'm well east of the field, and then we will just kind of listen again to traffic fact. Let's do this. Let's just for the time being, let's toss the autopilot. Let's go to heading mode, and we'll just we'll hold our altitude here at about 7.5. Let's take a look at Volanta, and let's just see who's going where. Alright, so we're inbound. It looks like one guy is off. Smitty's off. He's in the Whirlybird. And I see two other guys on the ground here.
Monument Valley, mic check. I got you 5x5.
Potentially, nope. That's so.
Traffic, Cherokee 1253 Charlie is taxiing from the.
So we'll let these two guys depart, and if they're gone, we'll land. If they're not, we'll yeah, we'll keep it going, I guess. Did it mark my? It won't mark my landing until I'm all the way done with my flight. So yeah. All right, that's okay. If they're not both off, I think what I'll probably do is there's another airport that's just to the west of Cow Black that a little spot that I know about. Downwind Sim will remember this name, the Navajo Mountain Airstrip. You remember Navajo Mountain, Downwind Sim? I think we'll go. We'll make a stop at Navajo Mountain. All right, that's enough autopilot for now. And Downwind Sim binoculars are. That airfield might be up against that next ridge line over there, so we're going to just turn sort of gently that direction. Again, just trying to stay well clear of departing traffic because they will be departing our way, but hopefully making an immediate left-hand turn. Landing up the hill. Yeah, this is a really fun area, and there's so if you go to the event briefing, by the way, if you don't fly this event, that's okay, but please go to the event briefing because there is a scenery download that's actually from a Bush League backcountry fly-in, and it'll give you, I don't know, 7 or 8 like bush strips to land in down here, and just all over the place, like Navajo Mountain.
Monument Valley, over 4786 Yankee. We're going to be lining up runway 34, Monument Valley.
All right, so there's one of 2 guys that are out of here. And I don't know how far out we are.
308 Papa Charlie. Taxi to runway 34, number 2.
10 miles. Monument Valley Piper 11816 is 10 north of the field at 7,500, and we're just going to orbit out here while the 2 departing planes get off the ground. That was a really bad radio call. All right, so a sign of the
Monument Valley traffic, Cherokee 69 Alpha Papa.
value of my track IR.
From parking to,
So I flew with it on stream for the first time last night and was on the fence. And now that I don't have it, I miss it already. And so it's here to stay for me, and I just need to keep working on it, keep configuring it, figure out why it's not working with my Just Flight arrow. But
Monument Valley, Kodiak 4786 Yankee, we're airborne out of 34.
Yep.
We're going to be making a left turn.
I've got some. There's some growing pains. Good fixins. Some growing pains. There's some things that just natively out of the box are really, really cool. And then there's some other things that are going to take some getting used to. Number one is, if you guys haven't noticed, like, I am the squirreliest move around fidget guy. I have a horrible, horrible time. I have ADHD, so I just have a terrible time just sitting still. And so if I don't remember to disable track IR, the camera's going all over the place. It's crazy. The other thing though is just the moving around I'm still trying, like, because you have to move your head. Your head becomes, like right now I'm using the hat switch on my yoke, and your head becomes that hat switch. So when you're looking up, looking down, you're zooming in to look at the cockpit a little closer. All that stuff is done now actually by physical movement. So I have to learn. I think I'm right over the field. I've got to learn how to do that in a fashion that's, you know, semi-smooth. Yep, I think I'm right over the field. Monument Valley Piper is directly overhead at 7,500. We are continuing to the southwest. We'll stay clear of the area.
Monument Valley traffic, Cherokee 69 Alpha Papa is departing runway 34 to the west. Monument
Okay,
Valley.
there it goes. And again, you can see the stupid, awful X-plane attempt to simulate weather on the runway. What a joke. Oh my goodness. We have to come in. If we're going to land, we got to land back to the, basically to the southwest there, toward the canyon wall. So one way in, one way out proposition. But yeah, Fixie, like right here, this view is so nice to just turn your head a little bit and you can look there and go back to facing forward. It really has helped like a lot with my depth perception and flying patterns and just that kind of stuff. So looking forward to just, again, continuing to tweak it. And yeah, I miss it. So I guess that's as good an indication as anything as to the value of it. Yeah, I would think for something like that would be really good, because you're looking down all the time, you know, and yeah.
Monument Valley traffic, Cherokee 69 Alpha Papa is departing left crosswind to the west. Final call.
All right, so there's one of the two. There's a Kodiak that's also going to be departing. So we're going to go ahead. I think what we'll do is this. We're going to come back around. We're going to stay south of the field, and we're going to head up to Navajo Mountain. And I'm going to take that little pit stop and let the traffic sort itself out. Again, we've got not a huge crowd here, but I think we have a dozen, and there may be even more. That's who was in the briefing room. So Marble Canyon's kind of a one plane at a time operation, so we don't want to be in a hurry to get over there and then just have to sit there and wait. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, I would tell you, John, that I'm still not like 100%. Like, I can't tell you it's the most awesome thing since sliced bread. I'm guessing, only guessing, that something like an Oculus is still the better way to go if you're wanting a true VR experience. But what I'm hoping for and what I think I'm getting is a compromise between the two, where I can have a little bit of that VR look around, freedom and flexibility, but still be able to see chat on this screen here. And I don't know, I may change my mind by tomorrow. It does have its limitations. Like, I don't think it's going to be a very good system for use in terms of like the 727 that have the three, have the flight engineers station. It's pretty good for stuff that's like right in front of you and then directly looking out the window left and right. But it's not good at all for looking all the way back at the flight engineers panel. So I'm going to have to stick with my traditional camera views there, which that's okay. I don't mind that. That's exactly how it feels to me, but I can still use my physical interfaces. Yep. Oh no, Brett's having some X-plane crashing issues. That stinks. There's a good replacement for that blowing snow textures on the forum. I had it at one point in time, Aquafunkalistic Voodoo app, but I couldn't find it again. And yeah, and so I do have that, John, and that's kind of what I do. So like I look around in Track IR and I kind of get it to where I want it, and then I've got to switch on my flight yoke, and I just turn it off for a minute, and then I can look over and check on my charts or check on the chat or whatever. And so yeah, I mean,
West call, Cal Black.
so I'm working on it. All right, so there is Navajo Mountain right there, by the way. So that's where we're heading, and we will be able to hopefully pick up the field here soon. Kind of downshifted a little bit there for some reason. I'm not sure why. I want 33 and 24 here. We're going to heading westbound now, so 85 will be our altitude. I know we have a Cherokee in front of us and a Kodiak behind us, although I have a feeling that the Kodiak will be ahead of us here soon because he's slightly faster than we are, but that's okay. Again, we're going to let
Monument Valley traffic, Piper Charlie Mike India Lima Hotel, landing at runway 34, west departure, Monument Valley.
so there's a third airplane down there at Monument Valley. Yeah, I'm glad we're going to go over here to Navajo Mountain. Plus, I get to show you Navajo Mountain. Who's up for a little stop at Navajo Mountain? You already saw Bullfrog Basin. You might as well see Navajo Mountain. I'm using the beta and it's been fine so far, but right now it's not getting along with my sim. I wonder if it's just the beaver. Oh, J-Law, once in a while I go into a streak of crashing. For me, it's something to do with the GTN 750. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. There's our clouds again. I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe it's blowing past. Those upper level clouds, they won't cause us any problems at all, but this stuff down here, that's the issue. Looks like we're going to be okay at 8.5. However, more than that is going to be a stretch. So we're going to level right here at 8.5. Again, this plane, not the easiest in the hangar to trim out, but that kind of makes it fun. It's like my squirrely 4-year-old grandson, man. It just never sits still, which I guess that kind of describes me also. Well, that stinks if you can't take the beaver. Good fixins, because that would be an awesome plane for this flight. The other thing I like about this area is there's plenty of off-airport landing sites, like for a fat tire aircraft like this whole plateau, right? I mean, there's plenty of spots to land. It's just nothing but flat tops. It's just awesome. That ceiling is getting close. Yeah, J-Law 1, we may not be legal VFR. What do you need? 500 above and 1,000 below? Is that what it is? Please don't call the FAA on me. Don't think Navajo Mountain's going to show up. In fact, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to... How do I turn... I need to leave it on. Okay, how do I turn... Let's put the menu on here. There we go. Nope. How do I turn... Flight plan? Yeah, let's just do that. Let's get rid of the map. We don't need the map. Well, we probably do, but we're not going to use the map. Because it's way more fun to get lost, and that way you guys can use the wrong way emote there. Long haul only. Goodness, is this Ortho X? Yes, it is. How do you like that, long haul? This is one part of the world that I really feel like X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator, there's not a big difference. Now,
Page traffic, Kodiak 4786 Yankee, we're at 12,500.
when you get on the ground, you'll see the difference because there's not the ground vegetation here in X-Plane, obviously. But yeah, from just a flying around perspective, it's pretty doggone cool. JLaw on the GFX are amazing. My X-Plane does not look this good at all. Yeah, that's just, again, that's Ortho for XP.
I've been trying to I've followed y'all a little bit. My name is Scott. I'm in Cherokee 69 Alpha Papa. But thank you for the invite. I've just been kind of trying to check this out. The first time I've actually successfully connected to voice.
Nice. Nice, man. Have fun, and let us know if you have any questions.
Will do. I'm right in the midst of my private pilot license in a Cherokee 140 as well, so all this information is very helpful.
Shoot, we'll be asking you questions. Well, X-Pilot didn't like the Wilga. Let's try a non-Thuranda plane. Hey, good fixins'. Did I tell you that I got the Wilga? It was on sale. It was like 20 bucks off. How could I not pick up the Wilga? So I have a complete Thuranda collection now. There is traffic. He's heading a little more south of where we're going, so and I've flown it a couple times. It's pretty cool. It's the most un-Thuranda-like plane that I think I own, just because of how beat up it looks. But it's cool. I like it. It like a stiff headwind, and you actually can fly backwards in it, right? But no, it's awesome. It and has pretty good float characteristics. That was the first thing I did is I flew the amphib version, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Or have been enjoying it. I'm looking forward to digging in, because I think there's more to it than what's just kind of at the surface level. The only gripe you have with it is that it's so slow. But yeah, that's not Thuranda's fault. Yeah, maybe they'll come out with a Mike Petey Draco mod, because that thing was not slow. Well, you know what? I don't know. Top speed wise, I don't know how fast Draco was. I just know the sucker could fly straight up and down like a helicopter almost. But no, I've been enjoying it, and it's gonna be like, that was the one thing in my hangar that I didn't have, was a really truly like ultra STOL airplane. I mean, I can get the Kodiak and the I can get the, you know, the Beaver and the Porter, of course. You know, I get those planes into some pretty short fields, but like, I don't have anything that's kind of in that, you know, that Carbon Cub range, right? Oh man, the SR-22 also crashed it, so it's something else. Yeah, crap. Fixie, I wonder if you just need to if you have some kind of a glitch with the ortho tile that you just cooked that's causing problems. Maybe disable that ortho tile in X Organizer and see if it'll run. That would tell you, I guess, if that was the issue. Alright, so we're closing in on Navajo Mountain, and we might, I think there's the field right there. Yep, there it is. Navajo Mountain traffic, Piper 11816 is 5 to the east at 8,500. We'll be straight in, runway 23 approach, Navajo Mountain. This application crashed because of the plug-in X-Pilot. Oh man. Oh, so it is the beta version. Oh, Fixie, man. That sucks. Did you save? Or there's a way. Downwind Sim helped me with this, because I had this problem a couple times where you can go back and grab the old version of X-Pilot and get that installed. Oh, that's a pain in the butt. Well, the good news, good fixins, is that even if you have to do a reinstall and a restart, a whole system restart, we're not going anywhere. This is going to be an event that is going to require a lot of patience. So there you go. This will be our first dirt strip landing of the night. We'll have to get out and clean this baby off, because this thing is, you know, it's. Hey, hello. This thing is nice and clean right now. All this white paint, I don't want to get a bunch of Arizona dirt on it. I want to call it the Valhalla livery. Not quite, but almost. Speaks to my Nordic heritage there. The Valhalla. The ironic thing about all those Vikings that used to believe in Odin and Valhalla is they're all Christians now. Well, I shouldn't say all of them are, but that's the predominant religion of the area now. It's really interesting, that history, how that worked. All right, we're going to go ahead and start cutting some power, and first notch of flaps are coming in. Again, we're looking for 75 on the approach. Last time we had a manifold pressure setting up of 25, and that worked pretty well for us. Yep, I hear you. We're throwing the gear out. Second notch of flaps coming in, and gonna set the manifold right there, 25. Just a little slow here. Start the descent. See if I can find my airfield. There it is. Maybe not going to descend a whole heck of a lot, honestly. So I'll probably go a little more than 25 initially here while I hold my altitude. Navajo Mountain is reported at 6,160. Ooh, boy, I'm really slow. Holy cow, I'm starting to get mushy. Just about stalled there. Holy cow. So 6160, I can get down to 71 here and be okay. Alright, gas. Fullest tank now. Undercarriage is down. Mixture prop full forward. Switches are all on. Gumps check is complete. I'm not a pilot, but I think I can land this plane. Although we're slow. I would love 75 on the approach here. I'm over boosting, so I'm going to pull back on that. But go ahead and feather props just a little bit here. I'm working my engine too hard. No idea what the wind is doing, but I know this is an uphill landing runway, and we're going to give it a go. Alright, there we are. Hey, there's our friend JPC, the man, the myth, the legend, the CEO of the Virtual USA Flying Club. I'm assuming, my friend, that you're still on location. Things are going well, though. Mike, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Alright, let's pull back. Let's see if we can get anywhere close to where we want to be here. Boy, this power setting is totally off from the last one. Much closer to 30 on the manifold on this time. coming in than the last time.
Mic check.
5 by 5 by 5, how many?
Gotcha.
So it feels like a little bit of a left-hand crosswind here. Yeah, we're slow. We are slow. Dragging it in like a true bush pilot, right at the bottom end of that power curve. This is going to be a much rougher landing, guys. We don't have near the energy to use to flare and kind of float down nice and soft. We'll be a little more purposeful on this approach. God, my manifold pressure is more like 35 here. That's just wild. Last time it was 25. That did us pretty well. Alright, flaps are fully configured. Profile looks okay. Speed's still a bit low, but doable. Have to match the pitch here a little bit. It's not a huge hill, but there is a little bit of a hill that we have to match. There's a car. Avoid the cars. That's also a huge part of this process.
Page traffic, Kodiak 4786, you're 7 miles to the west. We're going to be overflying the field. We're currently at a 12,000 for 10,500.
Kick the tail over. Get that left-hand gear down. Oh boy, yep, see there it was. Overflared and really set it down hard. Shoot. Well, wasn't terrible, but kind of a C- landing there, I think. Oh, I need to have that plug in here, or I need to turn weather off because this airstrip looks way better without the fake snow flying across it. Yeah, well, we're down. Welcome to Navajo Mountain Airstrip, and just seeing how it's going at the hotel right now in KBRO. I don't even know where that's at there, World Traveler. How did maybe I shouldn't say anything. No, you put it on Discord. How'd the interview go, by the way? Or have you had it yet? Flaps coming up. Turn the landing lights off for now. And the pitot heat can come off as well. We're going to park down here. I'll leave it running. I think we have enough fuel, but I need to take a little break. And we'll let hear some of the traffic starting to pile into Marble Canyon. We'll let that sort itself out a little bit here. So we will let them. Whoa, don't take out the windsock. The one good thing is I did land into the wind, so that was nice. Alright, I think that'll work for now. Yep. Let's set the brake. And we'll let it idle, lean the mixture out a little bit here. And we'll kick up some dust on the traffic. Alright, give me just 1 minute away. I'll be right back, and we'll continue the adventure. One thing we need to do here, you guys, so we do need to check and see how many guys we have flying. It's kind of nice to get an event count here. So what are we thinking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I make 11. Anybody? I was thinking 11 or 12. I think there was. See anybody here left on the ground at Cal Black? Oh, there we go. Nope. I shouldn't have overflown the field. Now I can't see it. And yeah, so I think we have 11 guys in the air right now. That might be our event count. Okay. I'm going to leave the flight going. Again, it kind of detects deviations everywhere you land, and then at the end I've noticed that it'll calculate landing rates. This one was definitely more firm than the last. All right, but the other thing I was going to do is look at, so pretty much everybody's in front of us here, which is good. Maybe these guys have already landed and departed. Nope, they're coming into Marble Canyon. So according to the event now, here's where I got to really start doing a little bit of studying. We can go direct page to kind of get ourselves sort of like on the approach, I guess. It's not really, or on the arrival. It's not really an arrival, but you get what I'm saying. And then we can't fly below 8,000 until we get within 3 miles of Marble Canyon. And then at that point we can come on down, perhaps spiral down, because Marble Canyon is fairly low, right? Marble Canyon is, yeah, 3,600. So, you know, when we get inside this little kind of this blue outlined area is roughly when we can start the descent. We will use Page to help us. As you can see, it's 12 miles from the Page VOR to Marble Canyon. So when we get 9 miles away from Page, we will know that it's okay to start our descent. So we'll be at 8,500 until that point, and then we'll start down at and right now the winds at Page are calm, so that's cool. So maybe we can come in. We'll just have to listen and see what everybody's doing, but I would guess that everybody be landing sort of to the southwest and then also departing to the southwest. That would shoot you straight out down the canyon. But I honestly don't know what the prevailing winds here will be. But all right, that's the plan. For us, we're going to probably depart uphill. Oh, what are we going to do about weather, you guys? It feels like 8,500 was okay. I know Sedona is what? Sedona is red dot. Overcast 700. Oh my goodness. But and we only have a GPS runway 3 approach into Sedona. Oh good lord. Maybe I should just make the change now. Winds are calm. I mean, so I could shoot it technically, but I think everybody else is flying VFR, so I'm gonna make that concession. I don't do this very often. You guys know. You've watched me enough to know I don't do this very often. But that also means that I need to turn off active sky, because if I don't, active sky every 5 minutes resets the weather, and then you end up right back where you don't want to be. So manually configured, let's just make it VFR. That'll give us a few clouds, but mostly clear. Yeah. Now Let's check on fuel. Again, are we over half a tank? We are. We're burning off the left-hand tank, or we should be. Nope, we're not, so we will. And okay, so depart. We need to head direct. Page somewhere to the west here. Yeah, on about a
Cherokee 125 through Charlie,
about 250 heading.
Down on the 220 radial for the UR page.
When we get to Page, then we'll head south down the canyon, southwest down the canyon.
Traffic, Cherokee
And
Zero, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike, 8,500 feet.
good to
We're
go.
about 5 miles to the northwest. We'll overfly the field 8,500 and depart the area to the southwest.
Notch of flaps. Okay, here we go. Navajo Canyon traffic. Piper 816 is departing the area to the southwest. We'll be straight out VFR departure, Navajo Mountain. Okay. Landing lights, pitot heat coming back on. Everything should be good there. Man, I'm glad you guys came along. What a great night to fly. Uphill departure, but we should be okay. Looking again for 72 on the rotation. Don't want to overboost right there. Takeoff power set. Airspeed is alive. 50. 60. We got a lot of runway left. There's 70 and 72. Alright, we're up. Positive rate is indicating gear coming up. Flaps up. EM is back to 2400. Manifold in the green. Climbing out, and again we want about a 2.5. I think about 250 is what I had set. We can't quite go directly there because of Navajo Mountain, but we'll sort of work our way around. Ooh, God, the one thing I didn't do is this. I didn't turn my DME on. That's on. I want to set my frequency here. Can I? Maybe I can't. What's going on here? Alright, I need to level off here, or at least get my heading squared away. Let's do that. We can keep the climb going. Okay with that. About 500 feet per minute climb. I don't want 1,000. I don't want to stall. But right about there. Let's see if we can get my frequency. Why are we not? There we go. And Page is 1760. Need every bit of this, guys. Alright, so we're 28 miles from Page right now. I honestly have no idea. It would be really cool if I could listen to that. Let's see if we have the ability to listen to the...
Page traffic, Volunteer 501, Embraer 135 at the terminal, taxi runway 33 Bay Alpha, Page.
Not hearing it. Yep, not hearing it, unfortunately. We'll leave that on. Just maybe we're a little too far out yet. And we have terrain in the area, so it's hard to tell. Turn those on too. Just have everything on. Who knows? Right? Who knows? Oh, there we go. Dot dash. Good. There we go. Dot dash dash dot. Dash dot dash dash dot dot dash. All right, we got it. So we are tracking the correct VOR, which is awesome. Except we're not quite tracking it. We're on heading mode. So we're going to go to Omni down here, which will get us on the actual radial. And yes, we are letting autopilot help us a little bit because I want to stay current with this autopilot as well. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who uses Swift Aquafuncalistic Booty Wap. It's okay. So here's the deal, Aquafuncalistic Booty Wap. I think you might only be the last one. I understand if you have a bit of programming background that it is quite a powerful pilot client, though. I just didn't have the wherewithal to get it set up. My limited expertise really held me back, but like I said, I don't think it's a bad pilot client, but it just was more than I could finagle. Good Fixins has the ex-pilot dev on the Discord actively troubleshooting. Oh wow, okay, cool. So Good Fixins is taking one for the team tonight, basically. Yeah, and I did the same thing, Fixie. I got it about halfway installed, and it just had more. It was just needing more configuration than I had the expertise to. I had the expertise to deal with. So Downwind Sim agrees with me on Swift. Yeah, like I think I haven't heard anybody that uses it that doesn't love it. It's just there's just not a lot of people that are able to use it. Yeah, UI seemed confusing. Yeah. What's the download site that everybody was using for here recently that was similar to that? Like it was a very IT, like it made sense to the IT guys, but nobody else knew what the heck to do with it. And everybody was putting all their software on there for MSFS. It was that same deal. Where very good, very reliable tool, worked perfectly, but you couldn't understand what the heck you needed to do because it was all in, in programmer speak.
Page traffic, Cherokee 1253 Charlie, overflying the field at 8,500 has the consort traffic in sight, Page.
Page traffic, Volunteer 501 is upwind runway 33 will be at northeast departure at or below 7,500 till we're out of the airspace. Page.
Okay, so I don't know that we were necessarily going to land at Page, but maybe we ought to. Page right now is calm, and I'm hearing everybody sort of departing to the... Seems like a guy would want to come in on straight in kind of to the south here. We have runway 15 and 33, and we also have a shorter runway 7 and runway 25. Both of them are within our range here. 2,000 feet is that short runway. That'd be a little bit of a stretch, but what are we? 16 out? Okay. Alright, Crixel unable to get down there on the first try. I think that's going to be a common theme tonight, guys. I think it's a pretty challenging little scratch to get down into. For us, we're looking at attempting to get into Page. And I suppose we might as well land there.
Page traffic, Volunteer 501 is clear of the Class Golf airspace to the northeast. We're continuing our ascent up to level 370. Last call, Page traffic.
Have a good flight, man.
I wish I knew which
You too.
page traffic. Page traffic. What's the what airport runway are you guys using as the active?
I took off at a 3-3 at Page.
I appreciate that. All right, so if we're looking at 3-3, traffic pattern into runway 3-3
Republican traffic, Cherokee 1253 Charlie. It's about 10 miles to the north.
is a right-hand pattern. Okay.
500 inbound circle to land for runway 21, Marble Canyon.
Okay, that's Marble Canyon.
Traffic, Cherokee 6995. We're about to cross over 8,500.
Okay, we'll make our call here in a little bit. Page, by the way, is sea elevation 4617, so I need to start the descent here. I'm going to set my heading bug to 3-3 just so I kind of have a rough idea. Oh, gal. Click spot. Click spot. And we'll let those guys slug it out there, down there at Marble. All right, take the alt hold off, and we'll just start the gentle descent here. We're about 10. It's sort of tough to see here with the sun. Yep. Page traffic, Piper 816 is 10 to the east of the field at 8,500. We'll be jumping in a right-hand pattern runway 33. Page traffic. All right, we're coming off of that. I think we had a weather update there because it was really wanting to bank left for some reason. Now we're just into X-plane weather, so it's a little bit funky. Oh, and we have, I don't know why I'm worrying about real world weather because we set it to IFR conditions. So yeah, the UI, Aquafuncalistic said the UI did take some getting used to. I think they were focusing on working it out behind the scenes before cleaning up the user interface. Oh, gotcha. I actually participated in some of the focus group style testing about the interface, so they know it needs some love. Yeah, that's good that it's good that they have some feedback like that from an actual sim pilot. I might need to shed my layer here too. I'm starting to heat up pretty good because I'm not like X-Pilot is what I use, but I'm not like an X-Pilot fanboy here. It's like it's glitchy as all get out, and that stupid super loud voice thing that happens, oh, it drives me nuts. And like the stuff that Good Fixins is going through, like it's a crashy crash face, and so if Swift would work better, if Swift would be more reliable and give me better CSLs and all that stuff, I mean, I would switch in a heartbeat. But it's got to be something that me, not the sharpest knife in the drawer, can figure out how to use. That's the one thing that X-Pilot has going for it. It's pretty much click install and you're good.
Marble Canyon traffic, Piper Charlie Mike India Lima Hotel, left base 21, full stop, Marble Canyon.
5 miles, we're really high. I don't have the Page airfield in sight yet. I think this could be it. This is the city of Page, I think. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we do have the airfield in sight. It is appropriate, by the way, when I over zoom to remind me with some downwind sim binocular emotes. I can take it as well as I can give it. Thanks for the use of your wonderful emotes there, by the way. Your wonderful image.
Canyon traffic, Cherokee 125 Charlie.
46, so I need to be 56. Well, I've got a ways to go.
Circling.
As the alternative band group love would say, got a ways to go. But we do this. Let's level. Let's get the speed under control. And throw some flaps out here. See if we can get this bird to slow down. That's the one thing about this plane is it goes pretty quick, but it also slows down nice and quickly. So yeah, we're high. We're 1500 too high, but we're now in flaps range. And we'll go ahead and put that first notch out.
Marble Canyon traffic, 5 for Charlie Mike and the other motel, clear of the runway.
Page. Don't hear anybody at Page, so this will be good. We'll get on the ground, we'll land, we'll taxi back. It'll give the Marble Canyon crew a chance to clear out, and most everybody be on their way down to Grand Canyon by the time we get airborne, so that'll be good. Page traffic, Piper 816, right, downwind, runway 33, Page. It's 54. Down, we're kind of down where we need to be now. That's good. Let's get on that downwind here and let's get things more like about 700 feet a minute. That'd make me happy. Where are you, Page? There you go. It's the runway. We're about to beam the numbers right now, so we'll keep it going here. Let me go ahead and see if I can set my manifold pressure back up to 25. That was pretty good last time. Set second notch of flaps out here, and time to turn base. Page traffic, Piper 816, right base 33, Page. It's the gear horn. Go ahead and make this turn first.
Page traffic, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike Piper Arrow on the ramp will be taxiing to runway 33 for departure. Page traffic.
Doing okay there. Speed's not bad. Maybe need to wait and throw those last couple notches of flaps until I'm on final. That might help me out. But I'm also struggling keeping 75 on my speed. I feel like I'm okay on the profile here. Page traffic, Piper 816 on the final, 33, Page traffic. Oh, not a terrible rollout, a little past, but not too bad for me. Final notch of flaps coming in. I'm a little high according to the Pappies. The Vassies, I guess these are. There's an overcorrection the other way, which is typical of me. Speed's okay.
Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee 1253.
Stable-ish.
Left downwind for 21, Marble Canyon.
Shouldn't have any wind to contain with or to use as an excuse, so let's see if we can put it down on the touchdown zone here.
Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee 6 on Alpha Papa's turn, final 21, Marble Canyon.
Down the runway, hold it off, hold it off, hold it off. That was a little better. I did drift to the right a little bit, which is a bummer, but that's okay. Let's crank on the brakes because that's good. And welcome to Page. Not going to go very far. We'll just kind of get out of the way here. And I don't think I have an add-on for Page. Page traffic, Piper 816, clear 33, Page. Don't think I have an add-on. I think this is just the default. I better check. There's some good freeware scenery down here. Just gonna come over here. That way when I throttle up, it'll kick rocks into these guys' car windows. 'Cause I'm that guy.
Page traffic, Cherokee 125 Charlie, turn in left base for 21, Page.
Oh, he came in on.
For Marble Canyon.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say he came in on 2-1.
Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee 6 Alpha Papa is clear, 2-1.
All right, let's take a look. Let's see what's going on down there at Marble Canyon. The Marble Canyon, the little Marble Canyon ballet.
Cherokee 53 Charlie's turning right on around into short final for 2-1 Marble Canyon.
It's like kind of everybody's kind of coming in here and coming in on the right hand, like when they're flying the actual pattern, they're kind of coming on a right hand pattern here. Is that what we need to have? I'm gonna check. Marble Canyon. If we're landing on 2-1, it is supposed to be a left-hand pattern to runway 21. E. So we'll let it clear out. The getting out is going to be a lot easier than the getting in. Although again, to get out, you have to be able to climb up to your 8,005 or 10.5. I can't remember what it was. So sometimes you have to spiral to get up to that altitude. But I think we're okay. I think if we depart, it's just us and the other Piper here. 28 Romeo. I think we'll be okay. I think we can go ahead and set that up. Yeah. All right. Let me check here. All right. Let's see. Good fixins. I think when I tried Swift, I got the setup and then thought X-Pilot works fine for me. What's the problem? What problem am I trying to fix? And I quit trying to get it working. Well, now I've got egg on my face. Yeah. I went with X-Pilot because I came from P3D and I was using V-Pilot. And I really liked V-Pilot. Although...
Marble Canyon, helicopter November 62908 Papa will be ramp departure to the east.
V-Pilot kind of has that same problem as X-Pilot in terms of that, where the volume gets just unbelievably loud. Right, I gotta check on my crew here. Sorry, I got kids traveling on roads. I'm gonna show you these roads here in just a minute, and you can see kind of why I'm a little bit nervous here.
Page traffic, Cherokee Aero, Charlie Golf, Hotel Yankee. Mike will be departing runway 33, climbing to 8,500 for a VFR flight to the southwest. Page traffic.
By the way, if you're ever traveling in the Wyoming area, wild roads. Oh, hold on. Wildroads.info is a really good site. It's got the low bandwidth for your phone, it's got the high bandwidth for your computer, and lots of webcam information. So, all right, so the interstate is open, which is really good. And all this green is also nice to see. Webcam, though, tells the whole story. So they went through up here by Douglas. Probably gonna be too dark to look now. Yeah, dang it. And I don't know, maybe too dark to see. But I like all the green. That's good to see. And this stretch here worries me a little bit. That looks okay. Tough to see, but looks okay. Slicking spots, I think, is what that is now. But yeah, for the longest time, this whole stretch of I-80, all the way across southern Wyoming, was closed.
Page traffic, Cherokee Aero, Charlie Golf, Hotel Yankee, Mike. Turning left crosswind off at 33 from Page. We'll be climbing to 8,500 on southwest heading for Marble Canyon.
Okay, that's the call. That's the guy that was in front of us here. So we're going to go ahead and head that direction also. Let me get a quick altimeter update. 2964 is what the real world weather says. Gosh, I wonder if it's worth trying to... Well, I tell you what. We should be at... I'll just use the airport elevation. 4617. So, yeah, we actually just need to go probably 29 or 9 or 2, don't we? No, 44,617. So yeah, My fake altimeter is more like 3030. Okay, so be it. That'll help because that gets us below 8,000 more accurately. And again, we'll depart to the southwest on a 220 heading. So let me get that set. 220 outbound. And we can start to descend below 8,000 when we are 9 miles away from Page. So my thought is we have to stay within 3 miles, by the way, of Marble Canyon, so we can go. This can show up to 15, and we can still be okay. But my thought is we just start making left-hand traffic loops because we're supposed to use a left-hand pattern into runway 21. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. How are we doing on fuel, by the way? We're okay, except we need to be burning off that right-hand tank. All right, done. Let's taxi back. We'll take 3-3, and we'll get the heck out of here. We'll make like a tree and get out of here. Sorry, that's a continuum joke. Yep, get out of Dodge. That's right. Pixie, I take for granted I live in a part of the country that will never really have the need for roads closed because of weather. Yeah, it's, but every part of the country has their weather phenomenon that they deal with, right? It's either cold and ice and snow and bad roads in the winter, or it's hurricanes and tornadoes, or torrential rains and mudslides, or nobody is without some sort of weather phenomenon. And if you are without weather phenomenon, then you probably have earthquakes or something like that. Talking to you, San Diego, where it's 70 degrees every day. So, all right. I think we pretty much have this baby briefed. We're going to depart. We're going to hang a left. It'll be a left-hand crosswind departure, and we have AFJAB. Thank you for the follow, AFJAB, and welcome. That's my grandson, affectionately known as the Junior First Officer, there with the official welcome. My name is Brant, and welcome to the Melvin Leroy channel. Do this normally on Tuesdays and Saturdays. We're flying today with the Virtual USA Flying Club, and I just realized I forgot to put that in my remarks. The Virtual USA Flying Club is, I think, I'm biased, but I think it's the strongest GA club on VATSIM, and we do 3 or 4 events per month that we host, and then we oftentimes we team up with other GA related events. In fact, I'm working on one of those in January. We're going to team up with the Boston Virtual guys. Page traffic, Piper 816 departing 3-3, be left-hand VFR departure page. So you pretty much, if you pair up with us, team up with us, you pretty much have an event to fly on a weekly basis. And sometimes, we'll, just depending on availability of the people who are putting the event together, we will cluster them, and you might have multiple events that occur during the week. But anyway, you'll see the invite to our Discord come across. If you hang out long enough, it'll be one of those automated JFO bot messages, and there's a link that will take you there. If you click on that link, there's a short sort of application period, but essentially all you have to be is a VATSIM member in good standing, positive brake gear up, and if you are that, then one of our admin will review your short application and probably have you approved to join the club within a couple of hours, and that'll give you access to our Discord, which has the events channel, and the events channel has all of our fun events here. See you later, Paige. What a cool little place. I bet it's 1,000 degrees here all year.
Charlie Mike India Motel, lining up runway 21. Going to be departing straight out and climbing close to.
Crap, this was more of almost a downwind departure here, wasn't it?
And Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee Arrow, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike. We're 7 miles to the northeast, inbound for landing, runway 21, Marble Canyon.
Gonna get to 8.5 here. No, we're working. We're working. Okay, let's pull the RPMs back. We don't want to overboost this engine. Build up a little airspeed. If we have to, we can take another lap. I think we will. Let's take another lap here. Another 360 over the field. Get up to 8.5, and then we can depart the airspace. Again, we're not in a hurry to get to Marble Canyon. Ajab said, can't stick around, but I saw you fly my dad's canoe. Had to leave a follow. Hey, thanks, man. Your dad is freaking awesome. I love your dad, man. He's also done something for me. Well, he's done more than just one thing for me, but he made that for me there, Ajab. So thanks for stopping by, buddy. Give your dad a hug for me. Tell him Melvin. Tell him Melvin says hey. That's way cool. That's way cool. That's the second son of a Fat Sim member I've met. I was just about to say, Downwind Sim, I met Downwind's son a while ago. That was really cool. So, Ajab, hope you can come back later on, buddy. Have a good night. Alright, there's where we're going, guys. I think we're going to be close to 8.5 by the time we get out of this airspace. I try to lean out, get as much fuel efficiency and power as I can. There we go. That's peak value. And we'll come around probably to about 2. We're out of here on a 220. So how about we leave on about a 200 just to get on the to intercept our radial. There's 8,000. I mean, again, we know where we're going, right? I mean, it's
Traffic, Cherokee Arrow, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike. We're 2 miles to the north at 8,500.
we want to go down that canyon.
For runway 21, Marble Canyon.
Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee 6 on Alpha Papa. We are going to be ascending.
There's Paige. We'll see you later, Paige.
Just off at 2-1 left turns. 6 on Alpha Papa.
All right, Brock, hold on for a second, guys. Hey, buddy.
Alright, Marble Canyon traffic. Kodiak 308 Papa Charlie. We'll be taking off runway 21, orbiting southwest of the field to get above 8,000 feet, Marble Canyon.
And Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee Arrow, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike will be descending through 8,000 feet. We'll stay north of the field, left turns.
Hey, Charlie Mike 6 on Alpha Papa. I've got you inside over there. I'll stay over.
All right, it's my youngest son's just about there. That's good to hear. Ooh. And we blew right through that outbound radial there, as you guys saw. But let's get back down to 8.5.
Marble Canyon traffic, Kodiak 86 Yankee, lining up 2-1.
So we want 9 miles, and then we can start to descend.
And Marble Canyon traffic, Kodiak 86 Yankee's taking off runway 21. We're going to make right turns, climbing to 8,000 southwest of the field. Marble Canyon traffic.
I think everybody is.
Radio check. 5 by 5.
I think everybody's doing a right-hand pattern for some reason here. I guess we'll have to just sort of follow the flow, but I could have swore it said left-hand patterns. Somebody want to check that for me, Marble Canyon? I thought it was left-hand pattern to runway 21. Again, I can't start even thinking about that until I get about another 6 miles, 5 or 6 miles. Fixin's thinks you've got X-Pilot up and working, loading into page. Hey, very good. Brett, it'll be great to have you, man, and you'll make 12, I think. So that's cool. A dirty dozen on a Tuesday night, that ain't half bad. Not half bad at all. So I'm less worried about the radial at this point, honestly.
500 feet, dividing the area to the southwest.
As I am just getting in this valley here. The Marble Canyon will be just down here somewhere, but the famous Horseshoe Bend is just under you. Oh, no kidding.
Marble Canyon traffic.
Oh, yeah.
6,000 southwest of the field, left-hand orbit.
Look at that. Heck yeah. What a beautiful, place.
Through 6,000. We will cross overhead.
Dub Aviator, how are you, man? Thanks for sharing that. That's way cool. That's worth that's maybe a screenshot right there. You ever been there in real life, Dub? I'd love to go here. I've never been here in real life.
Kodiak 86 Yankee, we're southwest of field, 5,200, we're making right, 360s until 8,000, Marble Canyon.
Okay, so they're kind of coming. Yeah, it's like a right-hand pattern. I think we're gonna have to do the same. Okay, almost there.
Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee 69 Alpha Papa.
Let's see, we are there. We can start.
Southeast of the field in the corner over here, getting ready for 8,500 to be departing.
The Marble Canyon Piper 816 is overhead the field 8,500. We're going to start some right-hand turns and descend into the area, Marble Canyon.
And Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee Aero, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike, we're turning inbound to cross midfield, descending through 5,000 feet. We'll join left downwind runway 21, Marble Canyon.
Thank you. Someone said left-hand pattern. Thank you for that. I really should be doing some left-hand 360s if that's the case, because I'm actually going against the grain here, but I thought I heard everybody talking about right-hand turns.
Marble Canyon traffic, Kodiak 308 Papa Charlie, passing through 8,000, departing the airspace to the south from the southwest of the field, Marble Canyon.
Okay, so I need to stay. I'm at 12 right now, which is the airfield is 12 from the VR, so I need to stay between 9 and 15 here, which shouldn't be a problem.
And Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee Aero, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike is turning left downwind, runway 21, full stop, Marble Canyon.
3,000, what did we say Marble Canyon was? 3,600. So if I can get down to 46, I can get in a pattern, and we will plan a left-hand pattern to runway 21. There's our airfield. All right, very good, very good. We literally are going to be right in the way of traffic here, aren't we? Golly. I don't know in this situation though. I don't know where you go. Do you go down south of the field and make your turns, or do you stay here? I don't know. Like right now, I don't feel like.
Cherokee Aero, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike, turn in left base runway 21. Full stop, Marble Canyon.
Okay, I'm gonna change and do some left-hand turns here, guys. I just feel like that's going to be a better way to go. We're going to put a notch of flaps in even to help us out. That's us right now.
Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee Aero, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike is turning final, runway 21, full stop, Marble Canyon.
Marble Canyon traffic, Kodiak 86 Yankee, passing through 9,200 for 12,500, departing the area to the southeast. Last call, Marble Canyon.
Okay. I'm gonna do one little. Well, see, now here's the thing. If I would stay north of the field, I guess, everybody should be departing to the south, so I'm actually kind of right now getting in the way of people, aren't I? I don't know. I really need some help here, guys, because I feel like I'm screwed no matter what I do. Maybe I should just go over on that bluff and do my holds. I'm actually pretty close to where I need to be. I'm just going to fly straight out here. Get down to about 5,000, and then we'll start working our way back in. A little 45 to downwind should be good. Yeah, in fact, I think I'll start the turn right now. We're
Sedona Airport IFR right now.
bring it around A-firm. Bring it around here, and let's set this for 2-1.
That's 3.
Marble Canyon traffic, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike is going to backtrack runway 21 Marble Canyon.
All right. At Marble Canyon, Piper 816, just south of the field. We're jumping into left-hand downwind, runway 21, Marble Canyon. Okay, let's bring it over, bring it over, bring it over. See if we can locate our airfield. There it is. All right, very nice, very nice. Yep, just about to get too slow.
And Marble Canyon traffic, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike is clear of runway 21 Marble Canyon.
Okay, he's out of there, so we're okay. We're okay. We're on the downwind now. I'm going to set 25 for the manifold pressure. We're going to just keep flaps 1 in right now. Speed's okay. I know that voice. Sounds like a Fixie voice. Got that beaver up and running. That's cool. Great to hear. Okay, this is an interesting airstrip, guys. It's kind of like part of the road leading in here. Kind of, sort of. There we go. Yeah, we're right on it. Right on it. Marble Canyon traffic. Piper 816 is midfield on the left downwind 21, Marble Canyon. Okay, 36. We're at 1,000 feet. We could probably start to lose a little altitude here, which kind of are. And there's a bridge. There's supposed to be a bridge there, by the way. It's under construction. Marble Canyon, Piper 816, left base 21, Marble Canyon. But I'll wait till I get on final to put my last 2 notches of flaps in here. Okay, there we go. And we're going to turn final. I missed it. Marble Canyon, Piper 816 on the final 2-1, Marble Canyon. Missed it a little bit there, didn't I? Dang it. Alright. Gear coming down. Second notch of flaps. Oh, this is by far and away my worst pattern. I should be going around. I should be going around. Somehow managed to get the speed under control. Sorry about the default scenery here, guys, but nobody makes anything for X-Plane. Whoa! I bounced it a little bit there, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go ahead and exit here. We could do a bushback taxi. Yeah, Marble Canyon, Piper 816, clear at 2-1. Marble Canyon. Alright, well, hey, we're down. I mean, it was a pretty sketchy pattern there, no doubt about it, but we managed to get it semi-stable. Stable-ish, is that what downwind sim, or sorry, Slant Alpha would say? Stable-ish. But I need another break, guys. I need to stretch for a second. Great to hear the beaver Radial in the Beaver, good fixes saying I totally agree, man.
And Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee Arrow, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike. Will be
Dub
taxiing to
is
runway
Dub
21
Aviator's doing
departure
good.
from
Has
Page.
never been there. Maybe someday. Yeah, that's me too, man. That's me too. All right. Well done, Melvin Leroy. Says down with Sim. Thanks, man. I don't know if I'd say that, but we'll take it. I mean, you've seen me aviate enough to know that that's probably about as about as typical a landing as I do. So some are good, some are not so good. We'll let Volanta tell the story. I mean, the eye in the sky never lies, right? But before we do that, I am going to set the parking brake and take a quick stretch break and a little pilot's room break. Get some more water. So I'll be back in just a second, guys. Stay tuned. See you in a couple.
Page traffic, Beaver 114, Whiskey Papa departing runway 33 at Alpha 3, VFR departure to the southwest. Page.
Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee Arrow, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike is departing runway 21 VFR flight to the southwest, Marble Canyon. Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee Arrow, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike will be making right-hand orbit as we climb up to 8,500 feet. We'll be at the south end of the field, Marble Canyon.
Page traffic, 114, Whiskey Papa departing the area to the southwest. Last call, Page.
I'm going for the hard stuff, guys. Now I'm really reaching for the hard stuff. The Melvin Leroy channel. Still not sponsored by Diet Dr. Pepper. All right, so let me really quickly check the briefing. So we can either spiral up to 8,000 and get the heck out of Dodge, or we can just keep going down the canyon up to 10, above 10, and all we have to do is remain 20 miles east of the Grand Canyon VOR to avoid there's a sector called the Bright Angel sector. Oh, we better check that out. I was thinking about landing in Grand Canyon, honestly. All right, so here's our two choices. Spiral up to 8.5 and go direct Sedona, bada bing, bada boom, or fly up to 10,500, then we have to stay 20 miles away because there's this little, go to Grand Canyon View, yeah, there's this little sector, actually it's right here, I think. No, yeah, right here, well, both of these, yeah, here's the Bright Angel zone, but there's also one here. So it might be kind of tough. We'd have to really shoot this corridor to get into Grand Canyon. Maybe we'll leave Grand Canyon alone for now. That's a cool freeware airport, by the way, for X-Plane. I would highly recommend grabbing it. But I think what we'll do is I think we'll just go ahead and climb straight out. See if we can get up to 10.5. We got 28 miles here till we kind of get to the end of the canyon and have to be out of there. Let's tune in the Grand Canyon VOR, and we'll work off of 111.65 here. Boom. And then this guy here, 111.65. All right, got to stay 20 or more away from that, you guys. So we've got basically 37 miles to climb to get up above 10,000. Very good. Very good. What's my flight plan? Gosh, I should check. I don't even know what I've got filed here right now. It's definitely not what it needs to be. No, it's not L. Oh my goodness gracious. L41, is that right? L41. Yeah, I should have filed this a long time ago when I got to. Well, the problem was though I didn't land at Monument Valley, so I should have refiled the VFR flight plan when I was at Navajo Mountain.
Traffic, Cherokee Arrow, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike through 6,500 for 8,500. We're orbiting right-hand circles to the southeast of the field as we make our climb. Marble Canyon.
I can't think it's more than about 45 minutes down there.
Canyon traffic, Beaver
10.5.
114. About 3 miles to the north. We're inbound. We're going to enter right downwind for the northbound runway, Marble Canyon.
Uh-oh. I better get out of here then. Yeah, Marble Canyon traffic. Piper 816 is going to be departing on runway 21. We'll be straight out VFR departure down the canyon, Marble Canyon. Let's just get out of everybody's way. What do you say? All right, flaps are full.
Marble Canyon traffic, 114 is going to be entering a right downwind for the northbound runway, Marble Canyon.
Okay, here we go, guys. Everything's lined up. We've got fuel. Lights are on. Prop mixture full forward. Takeoff power set. Oh gosh, this is the runway starts right here. Oh no. Why did I pause? Okay, thank goodness. Bad things are happening. 60, 70, and we're up. Sorry about that, you guys. That was bad pilot being bad. Gear coming up. Just going to climb out pretty much southwest bound. I forget that taxiway connects straight to the runway. It's really cool, the setup. I really like. Somebody did a payware version of it in P3D, and it's an amazing little airport. I would pay money to have it in X-Plane. Flaps coming up. Marble traffic. Piper 816 is departing the area to the southwest, climbing through 4,500 last call, Marble Canyon. And we're a little too quick on the climb here. Let's get some airspeed built up.
Marble Canyon traffic, Beaver 114, Whiskey Papa, Midfield, right downwind for the northbound runway, Marble.
Okay, yeah, we're out of there here, I think. Which is good.
Marble Canyon traffic, Cherokee Arrow, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike is at 8,500 feet. We'll be departing the area to the south, Marble Canyon.
Now, here's the other thing we're going to do. Since we're VFR, I'm going to work off of the Grand Canyon VOR to help ourselves navigate. Once we get past and out of the canyon, we should be picking up a 150 outbound heading to Sedona. It's 69 nautical miles. So I'm going to set that. That's for later, for quite a bit later. Yep, and we're just going to keep on climbing. Again, all we have to do is make sure that we stay 20 miles or more away from that Grand Canyon BOR.
Marble Canyon traffic will forward stop and turning short final for the northbound runway Marble Canyon.
Okay, I'll make it. Downwind Sim says only will cost us $3. It's a cool, if you just, in real life, just look up Marble Canyon. It is a really cool little airstrip. And again, getting into it and getting out of it is also partly what makes it so enjoyable. But, you know, the scenery down here is something else. So if you go to the sectional, by the way, and you look at you maybe noticed at the top there was the Grand Canyon Tour Ops. I don't know if you saw that or not. I'll pull that up real quick. If you notice right up here, Grand Canyon Tour Ops, if you click on that tab, you will see one of the funnest VFR routes that you'll ever fly. And it is legit what the helicopters and the airplanes that are flying the tourists around, it's what they use to navigate into and out of and through and around these canyons safely, and also, you know, give everybody a good look at what's going on. We did that for the Virtual USA Flying Club. How long ago has that been? At least a year. But there was something called the Canyon Ball Run, and anyway, it was an absolute riot. It was so much fun. I think pretty much we had so many people, so much traffic, that somebody put together a cheat, a waypoint cheat, and we just all loaded it into our GPSs, and we just let the GPS fly us, because it's pretty strict about like where you can be, and in some places you have to ascend to a certain altitude, and some places you have to descend, and there's that Grand Canyon class Delta in the middle of it, and the whole works. But if you're looking for, like I say, just a really fun event, then I can without a doubt recommend either going back and trying to look through the archives. It's not quite as easy to look through the Virtual USA archives as it is the Bush League archives, but I bet if you asked around in the Virtual USA Flying Club Discord, somebody would have that brief and would share it with you. And then if not, just try to fly like from the, you know, the far west end to the east end, or vice versa. Try to fly one of those routes through there. It's a lot of fun. It's busy. Now we're just about through 9,000 there. And once I get to 10.5, I think we're in great shape. We're still 47 miles away from Grand Canyon, but I think what I'm going to do is I might actually be clear. Yeah, I think we're going to do this. I'm on heading mode, by the way. I'm kind of letting the airplane do its thing. I'm going to turn due south, and that's going to... Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn on about a 140 heading.
Marble Canyon traffic, Beaver 1 departing runway 21, straight out departure, VFR.
No, I take that back. I'm going to go about 160. I just want to steer up. I'm trying to kind of turn and just get around Grand Canyon. Not get too far away, because I want to pick up that 150 So ultimately here, like what I'm trying to do is bring myself out to the east of Grand Canyon and then loop back around to the south and pick up that VOR, because I don't think, like, it's a nice day and all, but I don't think I know this area well enough to pick out the Sedona airfield just visually. In fact, I know I don't, because I just tried doing it the other day and I failed miserably. Okay, just about to 10.5. Again, if you ever pick this plane up, hidden click spot right here above the Piper logo. That's an altitude hold. Otherwise, you have to fiddle with it with the trim wheel, and it's realistic, but it's not very easy. So I always just cheat. If I'm gonna be on autopilot, you know what the heck. Downwind Sim, you tried modeling this whatever this particular autopilot is, I thought, in one of your planes, or was it? Or are you strictly a Navamatic guy? Piper Auto Control 3B. So you can shoot, an ILS with this thing. You can do a back course approach. I haven't done really the back course yet, but I have shot an instrument approach with this thing. And we need to lean out here. Okay, here we go. Leaning it up, leaning it up, leaning it up. EGT's coming up. We're looking for peak value. And right about there. Okay, we're gonna re-enrich and go 2 notches below that peak value. 1 and a 2. Right there. And it almost always is right about 75% on the fuel flow. But hey, we're saving lots of gas here. Never figured out how the simple one-axis autopilot works. You have to figure out a way to not have a trim adjustment disconnect. Yeah, and that's the thing about this. That's kind of cool is you can set this. So right now I'm autopilot's on, heading mode is on. I'm on heading select, and I can actually trim, you know, while I'm flying the plane, and it doesn't disconnect the autopilot. So, but yeah, in X-plane logic, I think every other plane that will disconnect the AP. So, not sure how that's done yet. Yeah, it's only a matter of time, I'm sure. All right, well, for me choosing VFR, it sure as heck is hazy down here. Goodness sakes. Where's the moose mug? Ah, it's after Christmas, Downwind Sim. Plus, I think it's in the dishwasher. I think the junior first officer drank eggnog out of it yesterday. So, but I do have an assortment. I've got the Merry Christmas coffee cup, and I've got the Santa Claus holding the extra water here. That's why I'm making so many trips to the little pilot's room, because I'm well hydrated. And now I'm adding Diet Dr. Pepper. What do I have in the ale horn? Oh, I still have a little water in the ale horn. I have too many beverages. Santa Claus bedwetter size. That's the truth, my friend. I've been trying to hydrate and be a little bit better about drinking water, and which has been nice. I mean, it's all good, right, for the body, but it seems like it requires an excessive amount of trips to the bathroom to be hydrated. Furnace Creek Valley, Furnace Creek D Valley, nice flight. Well, turn and burn. First of all, welcome. Great to see you, man. Happy Tuesday. And I have heard of Furnace Creek Valley, but I don't honestly know where it's at. In Death Valley. Let's take a look at the map. A little bit, maybe a little bit west of where we're going, a little bit southwest, maybe. Maybe not. Nope, a little bit northwest, because we're down here more in the Prescott Flagstaff area, right? Yeah, there's Page. Yep, we're down in here, so almost due west. Furnace Creek, huh? Let's take a look at the Furnace Creek Airport. What's it look like here? Ooh. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I bet that's a nice area. I bet it's nice this time of year. Probably getting 80-degree days still while I'm getting snowed on. Does anybody make? Furnace Creek scenery. Ooh, nope. Wait a second. December of 2014. Yeah, I'm thinking probably not gonna want this. First scenery package. No pictures. Bummer. Do we have any kind of scenery for Furnace Creek? Flight Sim TO does. Lowest and hottest airport in Death Valley. Ooh, look at that. Custom models. Nice signage. All right, very cool. Elevation negative 211 feet. That's awesome. Go get it. Go get it. If you want it, go get it. Let's see. Share it. It's a strange valley between mountains. Very awesome. Thanks for that share, Turnibird. Great to see you, man. Like where? Give me a good airport to pair with Furnace Creek. All right, 36.9. We're still closing, so I think we got a little bit of a ways to go here. Yeah, Happy New Year to you as well, man. Alright, fuel here. I need to get back on that left-hand tank. Palm Springs or Las Vegas. Okay, very nice, very nice. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Happy Tuesday. It's the Virtua USA Flying Club's Land in the Grand Canyon Legally event, hosted by Jay Smitty. John has done an awesome job putting together a really cool event. We are currently on the last leg. We just departed Monument valley, and we're heading south towards Sedona. And we are attempting to steer clear of some prohibited airspace that is close to the Grand Canyon Airport. And we're just keeping an eyeball on this DME. We've got the Grand Canyon VOR tuned in, and we have to stay 20 miles away, which I think we will. I don't think there's any danger of us closing in, at least not 16 miles in. But but once we're past Grand Canyon, then we're going to turn and we're going to inbound this, or intercept this 150 outbound radial, and that'll take us down to Sedona. It's 69 nautical miles from the Grand Canyon VOR to Sedona. We also have the Flagstaff VOR that we could use if we need to, but the other part about Flagstaff is it's a class Delta, so we'd like to stay 10 miles or more away from it, or above 9,500, which we should be good on both cases. Not that there's any ATC here just yet, but there might be some later on. You never know. Salt Lake Center is kind of all we've had. Somebody has a stuck mic. It's not me, hopefully. Nope, it's not me. All right, let's see. We are... What? Good fixins. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you, my friend. I don't even have anything left inside that one, but doggone it, that's good news. So that means, so correct me if I'm wrong here, that means I need to go to the any manager and just, do I just do an update from there and it'll reinstall everything, or do I need to get do I need to delete everything manually? How does that work exactly there, Fixie? I know what I'm doing after the event, Brett says. Yes, same here. I was thinking about hopping in the Mad Dog. Have I already installed it from the Any Manager A-Firm? I went back, remember when they released that trailer and I thought that was actually the version 2 release? I went back and installed everything from the from the Any Manager. Should update then automatically. Oh, alright, cool. So yeah, I was gonna hop in the Mad Dog because I uploaded those FT Sim Plus sounds, that sound pack there. Liveries won't work. You'll have to download specific V2 liveries. Okay, good to know. Good to know. But now, instead of that, I think, yeah, I think it's Miss Piggy time. So what that means, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is it means that I will take a short break. I'm probably going to need about an hour, I would guess. So when I get down on the ground, Piggy time, that's right. When I get on the ground, I'm gonna update. I'm gonna make sure everything's working correctly, and yeah, I think we're gonna fly. I think we're gonna fly Airbus tonight. Oh, that'll be so awesome. I haven't been in the A300 for a little while, so you'll get the joy of watching me stumble through checklists. How we doing, by the way, here? Are we past Grand Canyon yet? Must be just right directly adjacent from it. Oh yeah, we're past it now. Okay, so I can turn to intercept. So how about I go? How about I turn about 1.8? Yeah, maybe even more aggressive, like a 2. I'll turn on a 210 here, and we'll just make sure that I don't get too close to this. Again, I can cut the corner a little bit, but I don't want to get too close. Alright, here's what I can do just to find out exactly where I'm at. I'm going to spin this dial until I'm lined up exactly. So it's not quite exactly due west. It's on a 240. So I've got to be careful. Got to be careful. Let's go back 150. Is that what I had? 150. Alright, so we'll keep our eyes on this. Again, we're okay as long as we stay within more than 20 miles away. Well, you know what? Honestly, though, if I am cutting it too close, because if I'm 240, then I'm going to be getting way too close. So let's go more like 19er. Actually, let's go 180. That keeps our VOR like 30 degrees. Keeps it at 2 o'clock over there. That should be more than enough. More than enough. Ah, good fixins. That is such great news, man. They changed her external models, or her clothes don't fit no more. Turner burn night, can't stay up late. Hey, thanks again, Turner burn, for coming in. Great to see you. And have a pleasant Tuesday evening. I'll be back. I'm going to be back. I'll probably be streaming every night this week. It's the last week of break, and yeah, I'll be on quite a bit. So I'll try to put an announcement out if I can, just to let you know what's going on. But look for me quite often in the next several days. Okay, 34.7. Doesn't look like we're cutting the corner much anymore. Man, this beaver needs a tailwheel lock. Does it not have one? I guess I thought it did. So 34.7, so we're not closing ground anymore, so that must mean we're pretty well perpendicular to it. I don't think it does. Okay, alright, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm thinking of the... Ah, crap, I fly so dang many tail draggers anymore. You would know. You're the one that knew where the DME was in the Porter when I didn't know. And the Porter does. Yeah, it does. Down on that right hand, or that left hand side, right down below the seat there. And that's where the primer pump is on the Beaver, so it's not down there. You're right. You're right. Yeah, just keep the stick in your lap. You'll be all right. Goes on the left-hand side. That looks good. Does this have noise canceling? It does, but I don't like that. I'd rather listen to the engines. Kind of like this Aero 3. Sucker pulls to the left. You are absolutely correct, man. It's just like you just got to feed in power just so gradually, and you're good while you've got the stick back, and you can use that to help you out. But then it's that moment where the tail wants to start to fly. You're right. It takes a second, it almost slings to the, almost slings the tail to the right just a little bit. So it's tricky. So much fun. I love that plane. That was the thing about the Wilga I was pleasantly surprised about too. It had great sounds. Oh yeah, it's definitely a much more light feeling, nimble, agile type of plane for sure. Of the 3 Thranduil tail draggers, I think the Beaver is the hardest by far. Yeah, just overall, totally agree. Totally agree. I've got some major, by the way, Downwind Sim, can I schedule a time with you to look at my my scenery folder? I've got something that looks a little funky and out of place, and it's giving me that error message on lots of scenery packages. I think I see what's wrong, but I'm not 100% sure. I just want to do a side-by-side comparison if we could. Just have your people get with my people, and we'll figure it out. Alright, you guys, we are, I think, officially past and south of Grand Canyon. So, again, nice little airfield, nice little freeware airfield. Definitely worth grabbing. And, but what we're going to try to do now is just continue. Well, you know, we're on a pretty good intercept course at this point. And we'll be, by the time we pick this guy up, we'll be more than halfway where we need to be. Here's what we could do also. Let's tune in just for our own purposes. The Flagstaff VOR, that's 1385. Put that over here just so we can. And I'm just curious as to like exactly where it's at. Yeah, we're almost due north of it right now, so that's cool. And let's do this. We haven't verified where we are heading toward. Grand Canyon should be dash dash dot dash dot dash dot dash dot. That's exactly what we have. Alright, I like it a lot. Don't I have a sound pack for that? Or I don't even know. There you go. Like it. Maybe. Oops. Maybe not.
I request the cone of silence.
Something's going on with like it. Bummer. And the moment's passed. Bella? How are you? Good girl. She's on the hunt for any snacks. Alright, 36.2, definitely past the Grand Canyon now. And hopefully this radial will start to move in here very soon. Sedona, elevation-wise, is 4,800. So we, we could, well, we still are in that 9,700 MSE. If you get over closer to Flagstaff, it's 13.0. It's a couple of pretty tall peaks in that little chunk of ground there. I'm kind of looking at our route. I do see a 10,400. There's a ski area north of Flagstaff that's 12.6. So we can't go too crazy here with our descent just yet. That's okay. We've got time. Let's check out the changelog. Oh, internal server error at the Any Builds Manager website. I wonder if everybody in the world is trying to update their A300. All right, let's see what the hype is here. A300 V2 changelog. Well, that's all the way back in July. Is there an official changelog yet? Oh, there we go. Wait a second. All right, hold on. What's changed? All right, here we go, guys. What's changed in the A300 V2? Completely new flight model. Hundreds of system enhancements. Ooh, enhancements. I like the sound of that. Improvement to the revolutionary performance calculator with landing and takeoff data. More than 70 failures? I don't like that. Built-in panel state capabilities now with autosave. That never works. New eCam. Added to give more accurate results due to failures. Added a new IDC modern option radio panel. Ugh. I don't know if I like that either. Complete ACARS CDPLC functionality, including SimBrief company route uplink. Nice. Brand new Pratt & Whitney 3D models and textures taken from the A310. Yeah, that's probably cool. That's that A310 has well-modeled engines. GE textures enhanced, also taken from the A310. Cool. Nose shape enhanced. Windows textures from the A310. All right. And then, oh, so you can change the engines after you load it. All right, very cool. Fuel, the full change log. Let's take a look. Actually, first of all, okay, yeah, we're still good. Full change log. Added the function of a self-test while on the ground. Okay, yeah. Some of these are cool, and some of them are like they're always kind of ridiculous. Enhanced landing feel. Like, okay. Landing gear travel range enhanced. Okay. Although a lot of people complained about the gear animation. Where do they talk about the flathead screws? I want to make sure they got all those dadgum flathead screws. You know what? A lot of modelers or scenery, a lot of plug-in developers are actually going to the torque head screws. So, I don't know. Can completely empty the ACCU with the parking brakes applied. Ooh, hydraulic logic. Nice. Ooh, slats and flaps jammed. Ah, they may be jammed at any point. Son of a gun. I don't like that. I don't want more ways that the aircraft can break. Pentagon, right? I mean, come on. Come on. It seems so simple. Target values. The one thing that I really wanted to see that I did the one thing that Reflected Reality pointed out is in the climb, there in the old airplane there used to be a point at which you were climbing out and you were doing like 400 feet a minute. It was like around flight level 250 or something like that. And then all of a sudden, somehow you gained all this extra power and the plane started climbing at 1500 feet a minute and got you up into the, the flight level 300 plus range. And I was hoping that they had addressed that. So I don't know. Custom EGT, maybe that's part of it. Toga and climb mode. It was that climb mode. There was just a little bit of a logic issue. Or realistic.
Unicom, radio check.
I got you 5x5. N2 N1 ratios adjust. Okay, so that's cool. Hot starts now possible with correct ECAM if the EGT goes over the set limit. Okay. All right, very nice. And then we should also have some wing flex. Is that, did I hear that, or was that just something that I was and the Beaver runs out of grunt at 10K. Downwind Sim is in a total agreement with us about the screws. More wear and tear on the fuselage. Ooh, I like that. Now that's the one thing, or another thing that I did think was ironic is that the interior was all kinds of beat up and old, and like it was, and then the exterior is like right from the factory. What are we doing, by the way? Why isn't our okay, I'm gonna have to drool over that here later because I'm having some issues. I should be picking up this outbound VOR, but I'm not. So where exactly are we on this bad boy? We are outbound on a what? Right now it is approximately 030, so alright, well, we're getting there. We're getting there. I just need to be patient. Just need to be patient. We're 47 miles out though, so like I don't have a lot of time left here. I need to be picking that baby up. Maybe I'm just not set on a direct enough intercept course here. Let's do this. Let's just start heading more westbound. Cause at 69, so I'm like within 20 miles of Sedona. Pretty close. I gotta get this figured out here, guys. Probably flying right over Flagstaff. Although we're above the delta, so we're good to go. Yeah, that might be Flagstaff right there. Town of Flagstaff. I just want to see if I can make this needle move. Or what the heck's going on. It's definitely a town in here. Kind of right in that Flagstaff area. Not going to be able to go too far, I guess, because of the mountains, am I? I haven't been paying very good attention here either. So I don't know precisely where I'm at. Can't make this sucker move an inch. Let's tune in 1385. Let's see where we're at. This is Flagstaff. And we are, so we're 13 miles north of Flagstaff still. Okay, so yeah, we got a little bit of time then. 1165. Let me go back to that. 48 from there. We're 69. So we're 21 miles. So we're 13 north of Flagstaff. 29 north of Sedona. That sucker should be moving here. Doc, got it? Hopefully it's text from my kids that they're okay. Alright, yep. Alright, thank you, Lord. So this is not the town of Flagstaff then, if we're 13 miles north. Well, perhaps we're going to wander a little bit, you guys. Wandering traveler. Oh, sucker. That guy just does not want to budge. So I'm going to get around these hills, and I'm basically just going to turn due west. I know we've got to intercept that sucker eventually. Actually, 240 would be perpendicular.
Traffic Cherokee 69 Alpha Papa is at 8,500 feet, and we're about 15 miles to the north of the field.
So he's a little ahead of us then. And Sedona traffic, Piper 816 at 10.5, and we're about, I think, about 19 miles north of the field. We'll be looking for that traffic, Sedona traffic. Oh, wait a second. What do we got? I thought that was an airport. This might be Flagstaff. This is a little bigger area than I initially thought. If I could just find the airport, I'd feel better about life. Or actually, if I could just make this needle move, I'd feel better about life. Got, still 17 miles or so to go. So yeah, we're going to hit it, I guess, or we're not. Those are the two options. Try. Do or do not. There is no try. But now, you had to land in the grass north of Flagstaff. You didn't have to. You did because you knew. You were thinking the same thing I was thinking. That it would allow you to download the A300 version 2 faster. I want it, but not quite that bad. So GA still takes precedence here. Alright. Plus I haven't been in this plane in a long time, and I'm quite enjoying this. Didn't want to fly anymore. Oh no! Losing altitude and airspeed? Did you forget to switch off of the center fuel tank? That's what I always do, is run out of fuel. Actually, I did something I hadn't done in a long time in the Beaver the other day. I caught the engine on fire. That was quite interesting. Oh, hey, we've got a lake up here. Do I have a lake anywhere? Prescott Lake, I think. Hey, baby. Okay, so if that's the case, then the Flagstaff Airport is actually behind me somewhere. Lord only knows where. Oh my goodness, I've got no idea, you guys. No idea. Okay. Well, all I can do is just keep
Sedona traffic, Cherokee Arrow,
on
Charlie Golf,
keeping
Hotel
on.
Yankee Mike is about 15 miles north of the field at 8,500. We'll be inbound for landing runway 03, Sedona.
I do think I'm going to start to descend though, because I think I'm clear of the lion's share of the mountains here. Once we get past Flagstaff, I'm fairly convinced that we're at Flagstaff.
Traffic, Cherokee 69 Alpha Papa is 10 miles north of the field, 8,500. We're going to maneuver for the 45 left traffic 3.
Ooh. We've got movement finally, boys. All right. Left traffic, runway 3 is what I'm hearing. Left traffic 3. And inbound traffic to Sedona, did you say left traffic runway 3 is what you're using?
That's affirmative in case there's is it a right traffic?
Yep, just want to get in the same flow as you guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah, left traffic is what I keep hearing.
Let's confirm. Sedona. Yeah, the left traffic, runway 3. That'll work for me. So we're come in hopefully west of the field and jump in the queue here. Down to 8.5. Keep our eyes peeled for ridge lines like that, which may still present problems. I do think we flew right over the top of the Flagstaff Airport inadvertently, but you know what? These things happen. And we must have been way farther east than we thought, because we're literally flying on a perpendicular to that 150 outbound radial, and we're just barely creeping up on it.
Sedona traffic, Cherokee Arrow, Charlie Golf, Hotel Yankee Mike is 10 miles to the north. Inbound for left traffic, runway 03. We'll follow traffic ahead for the 45 to the downwind. Sedona traffic.
It's a good thing we're just about there. I just ran out of Diet Dr. Pepper. Yes, I'm drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper at 7:42 p.m. local time. Don't know why. Feel like we're going to get too low here. Level out. Just about on it. I think I'd like to do here is maybe soften up the intercept just a bit. It's not exactly going to be a 30-degree intercept, but it'll be a little bit of a rounded corner. Get on that, and then we'll get leveled out, and then we'll go Omni. This may turn us to the right here a little bit. I don't honestly know. Nope, it's gonna keep us generally straight until we hit that outbound, I believe. 9 or 5. I'm gonna wait to get over the ridge till I get down to 8.5, and then again ultimately need to get down to 5,800 to get in the pattern. Okay, just about have that outbound. We should be making the turn here any moment. There we go. So we'll be also on a 45 for the left-hand downwind. The way we've got this thing lined up, kind of works out that way.
Sedona about 3 miles to the north of the field, getting ready to enter the 45, left traffic 3, Sedona.
Okay, so I've got at least 2 planes ahead of me and another plane that's about the same distance away as I am. Let's spin this around runway 3. Right there. Alright, I think we're going to make it, you guys. Sedona traffic, Piper 816 is 10 to the north, descending out of 9,500. Will be entering left-hand pattern, runway 3, Sedona. Boy, we can't.
Traffic Cherokee 6 on Alpha Papa's left downwind 3, Sedona.
Can't go crazy here. I think we're. Can't remember if we're down in this area here or. Don't. Maybe we're in this next valley. Looking. Yeah, I don't see anything there. So again, I can't. Not going to be able to cut too much altitude here, am I? Tell you what. Let's do this.
And Cherokee Aero, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike is turning left downwind, runway 3. Traffic ahead is in sight. I'll extend my downwind if necessary.
I'm gonna cut through this little spot here, get myself down. Got quite a bit of altitude to lose. I guess I could have went through that little part of the canyon also, but we'll just go down here. So there's a guy that's there's the 2 guys I should say that are on in the pattern. And again, I haven't heard from the 3rd person. Apparently, Good Fixins is tossing up an EPIRB right now, just north of Flagstaff. Cannot confirm that search and rescue has been notified yet or not. Let's go to fullest tank. And boy, we got really out of balance there, guys, didn't we? Yeah, not too bad, I guess. About 5. There's 8.5. And let's get back going this way. It's up on a little bit of a bluff. That could be it right there. I think it is. We've got the field inside. All right. Now we just need to look for traffic. There's 2 planes ahead of us. One's landing, the other's on the downwind, and then again a 3rd that is somewhere, I think in our neck of the woods, but I haven't heard from him for a little while. So I'm keeping my speed up until I get into the pattern, and then we'll start to slow down. Again, I'd like to get 6.8 here, so I've got 2,000 feet still to cut. I will pull back a little on the manifold.
And Cherokee Aero, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike is turning left base runway 03, full stop at Sedona.
There's our 2nd landing. Traffic. Rob, hello? Did you hear your welcome sound? I hopefully had it turned on the right way here. Is your channel point still messed up? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, Rob. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hassenschem, welcome. Sedona traffic, Piper 816 is on the left-hand downwind runway 3. Sedona. Welcome.
Sedona traffic, Cherokee Aero, Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike is turning final runway 03, full stop. Sedona.
Oh, so that guy was actually ahead of us. Cool. You'd think I'd learned by now not to fly a non-turbo supercharged plane out of there. Alright, so we can go ahead and slow down now, I guess. A little bit high, like 1,000 feet too high, which is not good, but we'll go ahead. Nice, the real Millhouse. Hey, man. Nice to see what it would look like in X-Plane 11. You waited too long to start generating the ortho, and it wasn't ready in time. Yeah, it looks amazing. It really does. It's a very nice Very nice part of the world. Okay. Gas to fullest tank, undercarriage to go. Make sure props full forward, lights are on, flaps are coming in here. Great to see everybody. Is the Aero 3 is what I'm in right now. I do have the Aero 4. I like it a lot, but I haven't flown the old piston naturally aspirated Aero 3 in a while, so I thought I'd take that. Sedona traffic, Piper 816, left base, runway 3, Sedona. Just a little high. I'm really nosing down here. I don't need to be in panic mode here. We've got time. Got nothing but time. Go. This does have
Sedona traffic, Cherokee Aero Charlie Golf Hotel Yankee Mike is clear of the runway at Sedona.
This does have some loopity-loops because it is default, so it's a little roller coastery. Sedona traffic, Piper 816 on the final runway 3, Sedona. That's okay, we make it work. Second notch of flaps and gear coming in. We're a little high, but I kind of like to opt. Oh, there we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. 2 and 2. Uh-oh. Now we're medium well. No, medium rare. 3 reds. Now we're losing all kinds of airspeed here. We're going to stall. We're going to die. Oh boy. This is interesting. I always forget what this is like to land here. You're kind of downhill and then you're uphill. I'm going to try to match this upslope. So I'm not going to be in the touchdown zone, just be forewarned. Match this guy. Oh, way too high. Oh gosh. Ooh. Oh. That was bad. That was bad. Shoesy's down. Alright, welcome to Sedona. If you can still walk, you can exit the airplane and I'll buy the first round of beers. Sedona traffic, Piper 816 is clear of runway 3, Sedona. Oh my goodness sake. Yeah, that was very bad, Hassenshim. There's no doubt about it. My worst landing of the night. I got to get in here, just even if I just do a little OSM work. I'm just something to get that runway flattened out because it always messes with me. And I'm the kind of pilot that I can't afford any of that kind of messing with me stuff. All right, let's get parked here. Let's check the struts. All right. Parking brake is set. We are going to come in here and get stuff turned off. Veto heat, anti-collision beacon, landing lights off. Alternator, probably won't be able to turn that off just yet. Let's turn the avionics off. We'll go mixture to cut off. Props down. And alternator battery off. Mags off. That's all reset there. That looks good. All right, yeah. Roll the trucks. No doubt about it, Fixie. I mean, even the ramp here is like a leaning tower of Pisa. But overall, though, I mean, like for a default scenery, this isn't bad. I mean, it just needs some flattening, and it could use some zoom level ortho in here. This looks kind of splotchy and bad. This is another airport I'd pay for in X-Plane. I bought this was the last airport I bought in P3D, and yeah. But anyway, yep. Sedona, Ori Darkwing. Hey Ori, how are you? Oh, she's down. Pentagon. I thought you said she was down. She's down. All right. Well, let's take a look at the bad news here, guys. So we've got all of this will be ended. And let's see, it should give me touchdown information at every place. So we started up here at Hanksville. We came down here and landed at, this was Bullfrog Basin. Oh, buck 33, that's not too bad. 1.67 Gs, that's a little excessive, but that wasn't bad. 53 knots, yeah, we were a little slower than we thought on our final. Then this was Navajo Mountain, and 150 or 144, 78. That was better speed-wise, maybe even a little fast on that one. So we needed something closer to like 60 to 65. How'd we do down here? Ooh, that was our best one there in the canyon, Mineral Canyon. No, Mineral Canyon. Is that right? L41. Anyway, 104 and 62, and then this one, holy moly, this has got to be, this is 2+ Gs, if not worse. Oh, there's no way. It wasn't 107. It was way clunkier than that, but 2.2 Gs. Yeah, Marble Canyon. Thank you, Fixie. But hey, what the heck? You know, a fun flight. Thank you, Jay Smitty, for setting it up again, and appreciate all that, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to update the A300, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to stream some more. So let me just quickly say thanks to everybody for coming by. This isn't farewell for the night. Just a little quick pause. So, but before I do, thanks for the follow, AJAB 1470, and thanks also for the follow, November 8033 Foxtrot, and Fixie. Thanks for the 5-month re-ascription. And so hang tight. Any manager just spinning. Yeah, as soon as I get it updated, I will shoot you a flash on my Discord, and we'll go somewhere and fly somewhere in the A300. So timeout. See you here in about an hour.